Welcome, my loves. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, the FBI headquarters are in Virginia, so it's interesting to see so many kids missing from Virginia. But I get upset again, as I've stated over and over, that the FBI can do so many wonderful things, but we can't locate these children. Like, does that not take priority? Do we not have a sector in the FBI that's established just for that? It doesn't make sense to me at all. Um, I do want to let y'all know that I haven't gotten any emails back from the people who won the prizes. So I do need to give it a week. So in a week, if nobody has contacted me back, then we're gonna do like where you guys comment in a video and then it picks 3 people from those comments. Um, I I really want to do something for you guys that are here every day, or almost every day, as much as you can make it, because it really means the world to me to hang out with you guys. And I can't express how much I appreciate and value each and every one of you. And it's just amazing to see you guys here day after day. I really, really appreciate that and love each and every one of you for that. Thank you so much, Banana Bottom. These are like headbands, so it looks like a bandana, but it's not. I ordered them off of Amazon. I thought they were super cute. Thank you, Banana Bottom, for that, and thank you for being here. Hey, Mel Sitter. Chronic conditions. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Abellis has got some stuff like that going on too, unfortunately. Hey, Hannah, my love, good to see you. Abellis, it's good to see you. Nightbot, I'm glad you're here. Um, Southern Cats, it's good to see you, love. Content Angel, good to see you. I'm so glad you are here. Let's see. Mel, I'm glad you're here as well. A little bit of Lisa and Ava Sim. I'm so glad to see y'all. Hope y'all are doing good on this Saturday. Yeah, come on inside. Come on in. Get comfortable. Take your shoes off. Kick your shoes off. Darlene, good to see you. It won't let you. Oh no. Hmm. Well, let me see if I can drop it in there. Hold on. Let me get over to this live over there and I will try to share the link. Let's see. Oh, if y'all don't mind, please hit the thumbs up. All right. I got the link for this live. Now we're in the vertical. Okay. Okay, so I pinned that link. Hopefully that'll work. All right, love. Thank you for letting me know. Candles up for the missing children. I appreciate that, Hannah. Y'all are so amazing and so sweet. Percy, good to see you, love. I'm so glad you're here. I love the chickens too. They were my favorite out of all that too. Lisa Lynn, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here and happy Saturday. Hey, Jimmy Jen, A1 from day one. I always love that picture of that chihuahua that you have there. I meant to tell you before, you look great in those headbands. I gave mine to my daughter. I don't wear them well like you do. Girl, you could wear them. I know you could. You could fix it like you where you wanted them. Thank you for the compliments. That was really sweet of you, and I really, really appreciate it. Hey, Sue Joy, good to see you. Thank you so much. Hannah UK for the compliment. I really appreciate that. I'm actually like in my pajamas. My shirt says I'm a drop the F bomb kind of mom, and I got my strawberry shortcake pajama pants on because it's Saturday and we are chilling. Oh, really? Well, y'all should meet up, and if you're comfortable with that. Ruth Ann, good to see you, love. Is Queen Olive Ruth Ann here? Oh, this is Queen Olive Ruth Ann. I'm sorry, love. Okay, so again, I haven't gotten an email back from the people who won the 3 prizes. So what we're gonna do in a week, I said I would give them 2 weeks. In a week, I will do a live stream or video, and y'all will have to comment under it, and then it'll draw 3 names from the people who commented. Also, I'm doing some things to try to change the channel a little bit. Starting Monday, I probably won't play the intro in the beginning, the song. I'm probably going to switch it to the end just to try to get, because a lot of people that are clicking through videos on the algorithm, um, like when they see that, they won't continue to watch the video. So I'm thinking of just doing it as the outro. I think that's going to be better anyway. And just starting when I hit the go live button with the missing children's video and then the other little intro. And I know that's going to upset some people, and I do apologize for that. I can make that, I think it is on my channel. It might be public. If it's not, I can make it public so you guys have that and can listen to it and see the pictures anytime you want. Um, I've also spent the morning, actually the past couple of days, just submitting FOIAs. So I'm trying to just get a lot of body cam, a lot of information, a lot of cases for us to talk about, trying to put more work into this. I had been I made two channels, and I think I'm going to get out of Krama. I should not have mixed this channel with Krama anyway. I shouldn't have gone into those chats under my allegedly speculating name. Should have always been allegedly Krama, and I might use that channel occasionally, like if I smoke or something, for us to hang out and talk about. But there's a lot going on over there in that community. I've been here for years, and I've never seen the kind of shit going on that's going on now. And I just it's hard because I need to be putting the time that I'm putting into Krama into this channel. You got to pick one, right? Like you've got to put your time into one. It's so super hard to do two. And with my life, homeschooling one right now, getting called to the school, and being on standby all the time for the other three, taking care of the house, taking care of the rabbit, all the things that I do, I just don't have time to put into both. So I need to pick one and focus on it. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. And we're going to be focusing on this channel and just trying to get all the information we can on all the cases. So it's going to change a little bit. Like I said, I'm sorry the intro won't be there, but in the beginning, I'll still play it at the end as the outro. But I'm hoping that this will bring us more people and get us a bigger speculating family. Banana Bottom said, I'm sorry to hear that for you guys. I deal with chronic back pain, so I get it. You're both tough and strong. You are all very tough and strong. My back was hurting this morning. It must be something like a moon phase or something, because my lower back was killing me this morning. I had to get my pain salve and put on it. Hey Karen, good to see you. Finally found the right chat. I hope everyone's having a blessed day. I hope you are too, my love. Mustang and Cindy from sunny South Florida. It's so good to see y'all. Work from home and always in the PJs. Yes. Yes, I love it. Marilyn M, good to see you, love. Darzilla, good to see you. Working on my missing people while watching. Thank you for showing us these. Yeah, Darzilla, if you have a channel, I'll try to grab the link to it as we're going over some of the videos today and drop it. What I do is I go to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and I click search, and it'll pull up a list of missing children. And so that's what I do. I click print poster and screenshot it, and then I'll make a video out of it. Kim, good to see you. I did just change that too. Hey, Forrest, coming in to give a like and help with the algorithm. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope you are too, Forrest. And thank you so much for coming in and hitting that thumbs up. For those of you in the bushes, please twinkle, twinkle over to that thumbs up. Helps us get out in the algorithm, and it's free.
Come on, players, stop hating. Stop hating. Stop participating. Stop participating, Star. Come on, twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle. That's so funny to me. My back has bothered me extra the past couple of days. Maybe, yeah, I'm thinking it's something with the moon or something. You made it. Yay, Darlene. Forrest said have to rewatch, but popping in and give a like. Hope everyone's having a nice day and good to see you all. Good to see you too, love, and I hope you have a good day. Who is who? Anders, my love, good to see you. All right. Hey, Indy girl, good to see you. Forrest, my other neighbor. Yay. Had 8 back surgeries, so I have chronic pain, and it always hurts worse when it's cold. Oh my God, Ruth Ann, I'm so sorry. I try to stretch, so maybe stretching will help you guys a little bit. I don't know. I'm sorry y'all are going through that. That's awful. Hey, Lori, good to see you. Yeah, blame it on the moon. It really does. Like, it can cause these things to happen. All right, I have talked enough. We're going to finish up the Madeline Soto stuff that I have. That should have some things that are different in it. We're going to see. We've got 2 more interviews to listen to from the state attorney's office to see what else is different. I know there was several things that were found in the Jennifer Soto one that we did. So we're going to definitely listen to all of them and see what's in there. And then I probably got more documents and stuff too that we can go through. There is a supplemental discovery, but I don't think it's what we hope it is. All right, so right here, this is titled VTM, I think it's victims. Hold on, let me show you. I'll show you what the file looks like that we're going to start with. It's titled VTMX227 interview. RED stands for redacted. VT would more than likely be victim. And I think mother is what the M stands for. I don't know what the X stands for. So we have that one to listen to, and then there's one or two down here we have to go through too. So let's go ahead and jump over here and see what's different or what we can find about this one. Second interview with Jennifer Soto.
4-11313. Today's date is February 27th,
Jennifer up today.
2024. The time is 23:32 hours. Gonna speak with. I haven't introduced myself. My name's Myra Tangler. Okay, I'm a detective with the sheriff's office. Do you mind if I talk to you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you mind if we talk over there by the car?
It is. It's annoying. I'll save your seat.
That's fine.
Where? Inside the house?
In the car.
Yeah. Our car?
Yeah. Oh, look at the baby. Does it lock?
No, it should be fine.
Okay. Over here, please.
This is disordered.
I'll explain it in a second. Okay? I have a question too before we get started. Somebody said something like somebody in here has a gun. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
That's a true statement.
Okay, where is this gun at right now?
It is upstairs in the guest bedroom.
It's not like in any of these cars out here.
No, I don't believe so. I think it's upstairs in the guest bedroom. Bedroom number 4. It's got a number 4 on it.
Okay, how certain are we of that?
As far as I know, the gun is inside upstairs. I haven't heard of it being in the car.
So the first thing that's coming to my mind is how the fuck would she know the gun was upstairs in the side drawer where we all saw pictures of it if she never went upstairs? And again, how would she know to say, I think that he choked her or smothered her because there was no mess upstairs if she had never been upstairs? She went upstairs. I think she went upstairs and helped him move the body. Again, the roommates testified that there was tools on the table that morning and Stearns was doing laundry. And this is the first time he's taken her to school, allegedly. I mean, just so much in the story didn't make sense. And Jennifer Soto needs to face charges for something. You know what I mean? But again, the state of Florida has their man. We probably won't ever see it. Hey, Indy, good to see you. The electricity just went out on the whole block and then it came back on. They might be working on it. Hope everything's okay. Yeah, he is in several movies, Vince Vaughn. Has anyone seen any other videos where they do the voice change? Just curious because I haven't either, Banana Bottom, now that you say it. That is pretty interesting.
Okay. Let me just move my purse.
If you want to take
I could be incorrect. I'm not sure.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
If you want to start the car and just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Somebody did say that they'll redact voices or change, not redact, but they'll change voices if the officer that's in the audio is undercover or an undercover officer. But these audios are already out without the voices having been changed like that. So it's interesting. I don't know if something like that's going on or what. She did. She sent Maddie up there to sleep with him. She should be charged. Absolutely. But to be charged for that, they have to prove that she knew that she was going to be hurt by Stephan when she went up there to sleep. And I think that they could. I really do. I think that with the text messages and things that they could, but they won't. It costs money and time that they're not going to put into the case since they already have Stephan charged, unfortunately.
I'll make this. I know it's not the most comfortable,
Really? I didn't know that, Anders.
but at least
I
it won't be
think
cold
so.
over there.
I get cold super easy.
Yeah, I get home the same way, so
I believe so.
you want to take a seat right over here? And then she's gonna.
I think when we saw him in court, we saw Jay. Yep, it is. Okay, so where did you see this poem that says "My name is Maddie"? I don't recall seeing that off the top of my head, and I have everything over and over in this case. I'll look for it, but I would need to verify that she wrote it. I don't recall. I remember his poem that was like, if as I held you in my arms and you died, a piece of me died with you, something to that effect. It's your poem. Oh, okay, okay.
Do you have your keys
That's
on
what I
you?
was like, okay. I'll definitely share it, Mel. Let me grab y'all's link.
Sorry, this isn't my car. There we go. Okay, so I'm not sure if he introduced himself, but his name is Luis Acosta. Okay. We both work for Orange County Sheriff's Office. So I understand you spoke with the other guy earlier with Detective Frank Hunt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We have officially taken over the case, okay? So
Are you guys with Kissimmee?
no, we're with Orange County.
Oh.
It's just a different unit.
Oh, okay. What unit are you with?
We're with sex crimes.
Okay.
It's just because of her age and is why we take over. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is the one where she's told that sex crimes is taken over. So this one should be interesting. I just dropped the link to Darzilla's channel. There's no videos on there yet, but if you guys want to subscribe, there's that. Blue Giraffe's good to see you. And Mel Stiller, let's go grab yours. My videos aren't ready yet, but my poetry is very much alive. Mel said. I just subscribed to Mel, and I'm going to grab Mel's link if y'all want to subscribe and share them as well. Definitely try to check out and read your poem after we go through this. I appreciate that. Banana said, fuck his poem. It was creepy and it was bullshit. And it gave us, I think, what we needed to know, like what the court needed in order to basically nail his ass to the wall, even though they gave him a plea deal. That fucking victim impact statement that he gave at the end, the last thing he wanted to say, which I call his victim impact statement, made me so damn mad. I was mad. I'm still angry about that shit when I think about it. His damn victim impact statement. Hey, Janice Gypsy, you are in the vertical live, by the way. If you click the link at the top, you'll come to the other live, just if you want to.
I know it's kind of confusing, but like we have like different rules in Orange County, and depending on like people's age, we sometimes take over investigation when it comes to missing persons. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's always good to see you too.
So, when you talked to him earlier, I kind of got like a brief synopsis of what happened. I understand you have a new job.
Yes.
Okay, and if I say anything that's incorrect, please correct me, okay? You have a new job, and last night you asked them to go sleep upstairs because you wanted to get rest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What time was this? Do you remember?
Of course.
It doesn't have to be like exact time, but like just
The fucking size. And it was the night before. The night before. And you can't remember around what time it was. I get irritated because when she says sex crimes is taken over, you can tell a distinct tone change in Jennifer's voice and throughout the rest of this interview. And I really don't think it's because she's thrown off about the sex crimes aspect of it. I genuinely think she knew. There's a lot of people that think that she didn't and that she was just oblivious to this all. Um, and you're fine to share your opinions here. There's a lot of people in chat that feel that way, and I completely understand and respect that. I personally think her tone changes because she knows that they know, but that's just me.
oh, and then yesterday she had her, or Sunday she had her birthday party, right?
Sunday she had
Me
her birthday
too.
party.
Okay, what time was that party at?
It started at 3 o'clock.
Okay, from 3 to what time?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I was at work.
Oh, okay, you weren't there.
But I know my sister brought my daughter home around 8:30.
Uh-huh. Was Stephan here at that time?
I'm not sure if he was here at the time, but I think he got here a little bit after.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay, she was already doing what she was supposed to. She had taken her nighttime meds,
Mm-hmm.
and she was getting ready for bed, like taking a shower. She
Mm-hmm.
takes showers at night. So he's like, okay, she was already on it. I didn't get home until, I'm gonna say 10:30,
Okay.
and then at 11 I sent them to bed.
Did Stephan make it to the party?
No.
Okay. And then once you get here, you said you sent her to bed at 11. And the following morning, well, I'm sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. You sent him a
I recorded a video last night, just by the way, and I heard the clicking and the way my audio sounded weird. So if I sound weird, please let me know. I'm kind of trying to mess with the audio a little bit to try to figure out what exactly is going on. But Anna said no shock or question, she's nervous. You think so? Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you say, like, yeah, there's no questions. She just says okay, and the cop explains it to her a little bit, but she never asked. Me, I would be like, nah, don't feed me don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I'm not fucking stupid. Why is sex crimes involved? And then I would be, they'd probably have to tase my ass because I'd be going for the throat, for the jugular of the man involved. That plea deal is crap and his statement was disgusting. Exactly, Lisa Lynn, 100%.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
I agree. Mel said, my name is Maddie, can be read if you Google male sitter. That's me. And my name is Maddie. It was read aloud on a well-known YouTube channel. We'll definitely check it out. I wrote down my name is Maddie and Mel Stiller on my thing right here. And so we're going to definitely check it out at the end, or, you know, after we listen to these audios and stuff. And I appreciate you doing that. That sounds interesting, and I'd love to read it. As for Stearns, karma has no statute of limitations. That goes for Soto, too. Again, 100%.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Absolutely. Jill Corby, good to see you, love. You are in the vertical live, just so you know, if you click the link at the top, that it will bring you over here. Brown Eyed Butterfly, good to see you. So glad y'all are here. You hear the clicking? Okay. I'm gonna mess around with it again.
upstairs, right?
Mhm.
How many bedrooms are upstairs?
3.
Okay. Where did sleep?
In bedroom number 4.
Okay.
Okay,
And
I turned
what about
everything
Stephan?
off.
Bedroom number 4.
Okay. Is it normal for both
Here,
of them to
Mom.
sleep in the same room?
Sometimes, when I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs. But when also a lot of times
I'm not
we
sure
will sleep
though.
together in the king size bed, all 3 of us. Or sometimes Stefan will go upstairs and me and my daughter will be in our bed alone. So it just really depends on what's going on that night
I
with our
do
schedules and what we're doing.
Okay, where were you sleeping?
Downstairs in the king size bed.
Okay. Is it just you two here? Or you guys have a roommate, right?
We have 2 roommates, and one of the
Yep.
roommates has a son who's here like a little bit more than half the week. She
So
shares
what
custody of
rooms do
them.
you guys use?
So quickly, Lisa Lynn said she shows no. Okay, yeah, just let me know. I turned everything off, so hopefully it's better now. If not, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with my microphone. I don't know. It's like, and I would hate to lose this microphone after I freaking bedazzled it and everything. Um, Lisa says she showed no concern for her daughter, and it seems as though she's more concentrated on answering questions to prove her innocence. And why would she do that? Because she feels guilty, in my opinion. She feels guilty, has guilty knowledge or something to that effect about what she knew and what she knows. Lots of explaining. Jenna's gypsy. Absolutely. Jenna, you are in the vertical live, just by the way. It sounds like low static. Okay. Did it get any better just now or no? Did anyone notice for a while she just said she was tired from work, but then added in she missed medication thing later to make it sound better? Lies. Yep. I agree. I agree. This woman is no mother who sends a young daughter to sleep with her own boyfriend. I don't know. Like, in what world is that okay? Like crickets. Does it sound like crickets? Thank you. Thank you, Lorianne. I call headphones earplugs because I'm. Yeah. I don't understand. It's still there. Okay, thank you. I don't understand why she wasn't charged, so she's 100% knew what was going on. Yeah. It's only vaguely better. Okay. It's getting louder. Let me turn the dryer off and see if that helps.
The room downstairs, the master bedroom downstairs, and room number 4.
Okay. So it wasn't last night, it was the night before, and Stephan slept in bedroom number 4, and you slept downstairs.
Yes.
In the master. Okay, what time did you wake up?
I'm gonna say around 8 o'clock in the morning, Stephan came into the room and was trying to put the leash on the dog. Somewhere between, I'm gonna say somewhere between, he came into the room somewhere between 8 and 8:15.
Okay, that's a lie because he was at the dumpsters at 7:30. It's gone? Okay. Sounds like, okay. So I did just turn the dryer off. Maybe that's what it was. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that's a fucking lie because he was at the dumpster at 7:30 and she talked about how early it was and how unusual it was for him to leash the dog. Something on
He
you?
came in to put the leash on the dog, and I got up to try to help him because my dog is kind of a nervous dog and I didn't want him to pee on the bed.
Sounds like
So we wrangled him, put him on his leash, and he said, "Go back to sleep." And I said, "Okay." So I laid back and went back to sleep.
Okay.
I heard people in the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly who was in the kitchen. As far as I know, my daughter came downstairs to get ready in her. So she's kind of got a bedroom in the living room. If you go into the apartment, you'll see there's like one of those fake walls. Separating half the bedroom. She's got like a desk with a bedroom and a TV and a dresser. But she'll hang out there during the day, but she never sleeps there. She always sleeps with me.
maybe
And then
that'll
the rare
fix it.
occasion upstairs. But most of the time it's with me.
Okay. Did you see your daughter on Monday morning?
Visually see her? No.
Did you hear her?
Now there is like a fan audio in the background. It's mainly what you hear when I'm speaking. You hear it now? It's like a light, kind of like a fan, and it's gone. It stopped. So it might be in the audio that we're listening to. When I'm speaking, like right now, when there's just me speaking, do you guys hear anything? Mel said, she's not just your daughter. She had a name, Jennifer, and her name was Maddie. Absolutely. You don't hear it now. Okay. Okay, perfect. So it's got to be in that audio. So my audio sounds fine. I apologize for doing this. I don't have the ability to hear it.
I heard many people in the kitchen. I'm not sure if it
Okay.
was my roommate or her
Yes.
specifically.
Okay, is your roommate a male or a female?
Female.
Okay.
They're both females.
When was the last time you physically saw?
Wednesday, 11 o'clock. I'm sorry. Sunday,
Okay, thank
11
you,
o'clock.
Constance.
Sunday when you sent her to bed.
To bed.
Okay. And then when you woke up, you said you woke up briefly because Stephan went in there. Did you go back to sleep?
Yes.
What time did you get up?
Let me see if I actually have my alarm set. No, I don't have a specific day on there. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I woke up around 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I left at 9:30.
I had an appointment.
I had a
right?
doctor's appointment at like 10:15.
Mm-hmm.
But they took a while. And then by the time they did my blood work and whatever, I think I got home somewhere between 11 and 11:15.
Okay. When you got back, was Stephan here?
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah.
What was he doing?
Just sitting in my room. Um, at my computer desk on his phone.
Okay.
Yeah, for fuck's
What did
sake,
you guys
it was
do?
yesterday. Like, what the
We
fuck?
chatted for a little bit. I asked him what had happened because he had called me earlier at 10. Let me see.
My God.
Pretty sure he called me around 10:18.
What did he call you for?
To let me know. To let me know.
To let you know that he had driven around successfully with her body in the car all morning. I'll take this off because the people in vertical can't see my face. I love how Detective Tangler's just like, what did he tell you? What did he say? Like, she's having none of this bullshit. She knows. Um, and also, we verified that Stephan had said that he got back to the house where his phone was and he called her. She wasn't there. But in the first interview, he talks about her being there and they having this conversation in person instead of him calling her, hey, the classic one, good to see you. The interviews are almost always noisy, trafficking airplanes. Yep. Yep. Walking fucking zombie. I agree, Lorianne.
Know that they didn't go to
Thank
McDonald's as
you.
planned. He had
Yep.
asked her multiple times if she wanted to stop at McDonald's because that was the plan the night before. That they were going to wake up early. He was going to take her to McDonald's, do like a special McDonald's breakfast, and then drop her off at school early because she wanted to get there a little early.
That's always stood out to me that they planned it the night before to do the McDonald's visit. Now we know the McDonald's visit was because he needed to get out of the house early, so he said he was going to take her to McDonald's even though she was already deceased. He needed to get out of the house early and he needed to work on getting her where he needed to take her or whatever and drop her body off, unfortunately, poor child. So they planned the McDonald's visit together. Like that's always stood out to me because again, the McDonald's visit was a fucking lie. It was a reason to leave the house early. So that makes me feel like something happened the night before and then she was up in the room deceased and he told Jennifer, I'm going to take her to McDonald's so we're going to leave extra early, or that was the script that they came up with. Like Sue Joy pointed out, her long pauses and sighs are way too much signs of her getting her facts straight. I think she's trying to remember the narrative and stick to it. That's my thought process on that. That McDonald's thing has always stood out though, because again, there's no there. The only reason for that was to get out of the house early. So why was it that you guys planned the night before for this McDonald's thing, which in reality was a way of him getting out of the house early? Was Maddie already deceased? What's going on? Ava said she can't remember because she was probably up most of the night helping him clean up, in my opinion, and I'm agreeing with you 100% on that.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
I think that's exactly what happened. And I wish that they would charge her because I really do think there's evidence there. The problem is evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't know. You must have a communication background because, yes, those sighs and breaths are called language fillers and we use them to stall for time. You're so intelligent, content, and thank you for that information. Yep. Banana said, me too. And she wanted to go to school early, even though no one would be there. Lies. There's so much evidence she knew about the homicide, and we know how far she goes to protect him. Exactly.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
For me, there's a lot of evidence saying she fucking knew everything. But, I'm not the state of Florida or a prosecutor or an attorney in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, you can look. She says, I'm pretty sure 10/18, not 10/15, not 10/20, 10/18. Like, ma'am, you stop. Or the unaliving was premeditated of Stephan and he wanted to be out of the house for the roommates. Yeah. Um, I hadn't thought about that, Jill. That's a good point. He had planned on committing the homicide, and so while Maddie was still alive, he talked to Jennifer Soto about the McDonald's thing because he knew he was going to commit the homicide that night, and he was thinking and planning it out way beforehand, and that was a reason to get out of the house early. That's very interesting theory there, Jill, and thank you for sharing that. It's absolutely possible.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
I don't think they did either. That's a good theory, Jill. I didn't think about that.
But on his way to school, she was very sleepy and wanted to sleep in the car. And she said she did not want to do McDonald's. She just wanted to be dropped off.
Okay.
Also to let me know that he left his phone at home because I had called him multiple times and he hadn't picked up. He had left his phone at home by accident. He had went to the vape shop, but they didn't open on time, so he had waited for quite a while in front of the vape shop. They didn't open, so he left and came back, and we hung out a little bit. And then I think he left again to the vape shop to go buy what he needed.
Okay.
Do you want the name of the vape shop?
Yes. If you have it at the top of your mind, I'm sure we're going to talk again soon, and we'll have more.
No, I'm just saying because that might be helpful if you want to see like surveillance or anything.
See, that was another interesting thing in this interview. This is the interview that tells me Jennifer knew the most. Why would you automatically be like, do you want the name of the vape shop? Because there's cameras there so you can see, like you told Stephan, make sure you go where there's cameras so that I can pinpoint your locations when the cops ask. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but this is the interview. I really think that she admits way too much. I really think that all of that shit, the name of the bake shop and everything was set up so that you would be on camera and they would see you. And I think it was rumored before that he didn't even need the vape juice. He had just bought some recently before. I have that receipt somewhere and we can look for it. But like that shit was absolutely done on purpose, in my opinion, to create an alibi. And she's in on it. That's just my thought. Banana Bottom said yes, or I guess another option is she's so stupid. He told her the story when she discovered Maddie was missing and said, you'll have to tell them this or they'll suspect me. I don't know, but I feel like there's more evidence she knew. That's an absolute possibility too, Banana Bottom.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
There's so much in this case. Yes, I can do Angry Bunny. There's so much in this case that just tells me that she absolutely fucking knew. That's what it says to me. Not to everybody, but to me. Edith, good to see you, love. Is Maddie so sleepy? If Maddie's so sleepy, why would they leave so early? Stupidest story ever. I agree.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
The clicking just came back. Okay.
Okay, so at some point, I understand he gets like a flat tire and he's not able to go with you to pick up from school.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
And when you get to the school,
Yep. All in
how do
text,
you
good to
realize
see
that she wasn't there?
So I left for. I went to go. I usually leave around 2:30 to pick her up. She gets out of school at 4. So I wait that. It takes me about 20-25 minutes to get to the school, and then I wait about an hour for her to get out.
I like Angry Bunny.
I waited the whole time, and then when the bell rang, and then it was time for her to come out, she wasn't one of the first kids like she normally is. And I realized I was holding up the line because everyone behind me had children, and they needed to get out because I was the first in line.
Absolutely.
So after about, I'm gonna say, I think it was like 4:10.
That's a good idea.
She didn't come out, and I was holding up the line, so I drove away. I said, maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up that day, because I don't know if she knew that I wasn't working that day. But
Or you were establishing an alibi, right? You were trying to do what you would do normally to prove that you didn't know, make it look like you didn't know what had actually happened. Okay.
I had assumed that she thought, she knew that I was going to go get her. So, because she never came out, I left and I went to my mom's office. She works
Yep.
less than, I'm going to say it's like a 3-minute drive from the school. It's very close. She works in the Hunters Creek Villages area. I drove that way, and I drove along the path that she would walk, and I didn't see her. And then I pulled into my mom's office. I asked, "Hey, has she gotten here yet?" They said no. And I said, "Okay, let me wait a little bit." And I parked back again on Hunter's Park Lane, I think. And I waited along that lane to see if I would see her walking. And I didn't see her walking. And it was about 4:30, 4:35. At this point, she should have reached my mom's office. So I went back to the office. And then I was like, "Is she here yet?" My mom's like, "No, she hasn't gotten here." And I said, "Okay, hold on. Let me see." I called her best friend. And I was like, "Hey, are you I don't know if I told her I was picking her up from school today or to walk to the office, but I don't see her anywhere." And she goes, "No, she never came to school today. She didn't come to first or second period." And I said, "What do you mean? We dropped her off close to school. She should have walked to school." She goes, "No, she never made it to any of her periods." And I said, "Can you please check with your other friends in your other classes to see if she ever made it?" She got back to me and said no. At this point, I started to panic because I realized something was wrong.
I mean, it just seems so scripted. Jenna says she also saw him under a blanket with her phone, and that didn't seem weird. She didn't question that. Yeah, in the car, they talk about him being like hiding under a phone and reading emails or something. Thank you, Mel. I'll definitely read it at the end, and I appreciate that. No, this isn't Basil. This is a different rabbit. I'll show you. This is Basil, my actual rabbit, in this clip.
Amazing!
He went outside this morning and he was just having a good old time walking around. It was the cutest thing. Need to get y'all some more videos of him.
I emailed one of her teachers, a few of her teachers actually, and one of them responded to me. He said she didn't make it to his period at all, and he checked all her other classes, and she didn't make it to school at all. That's when I knew something was truly wrong, and I'm not sure if I called 911 before that email or after that email. But I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
And then I understand she forgot her phone, right?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is it common for her to not have her phone?
Yes. She's
Hey,
got
Sandra, good to
ADHD.
see you.
She's super forgetful. She never realizes that she's in the shower for a whole hour. She loses track of time. She's very...
No.
And then you guys went looking for her, right?
Yes.
There's a fan in this interview, but not in my room. Darzilla said, "Who dropped her off?" She says, we, when if the story is true, it shouldn't be he. She does that a lot. We dropped her off. We did this. We did that. She does it over and over again. Now, we know for a fact that she wasn't with Stephan when he was riding around with her body in the vehicle because of the traffic cams and what has been released on audios. But she says we a lot. It stopped when I got up. I don't have anything on me. I have a refrigerator here that ticks sometimes. But it's got to be the cord or something. Freaking weird. Rubber Armada, good to see you, love. I appreciate it. I'm so glad you're here. Or you stopped by to say hey.
Where did you look? Like, did you drive somewhere? Did you walk? Like, where did you go look for her?
Okay. So, after her best friend called me, actually, or I talked to her best friend on the phone.
She does.
I went back to the school to see, let me check her official attendance. Let me see what's going on. They were already closed. Nobody was at the school. So I searched by backtracking into the school and then coming back out and seeing that there were no kids at the school at all. So then I drove back to my mom's office. Everything was driving. And then I think that's when I called 911 I must have gotten a response from her teacher at that point. But
Let's try that.
Did you come back to the apartment at any point yesterday once you realized she was missing? Stephan was at home waiting for us to get back. And then when I told him something was wrong, she never made it to school, he completely hauled it back to my mom's office, and then we all stood there waiting for the cops to show up, and they didn't show up till like 7:30. We called them around 4:45.
So Banana Bottom said, exactly, not going inside the school is so extremely weird. And that's not the reason she takes hour-long showers, Jen. Yeah, poor baby.
Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
That shit bothers me, thinking about her in the shower just crying and shit. I can't. But yeah, it's really weird that she didn't go in the school. Like, because you wouldn't automatically think that. You would think, well, what if she stayed after in a class? What if she's asking a teacher about a paper? What if she's in the bathroom? What if she didn't make it out yet? Like, you wouldn't automatically leave. I wouldn't anyway. Not one of those calls were to Stephan, who was supposed to have dropped her off. Oh, yeah, she never called Stephan. Stephan calls her at 10:18 that morning. But yeah, allegedly she never calls Stephan, which is interesting. And again, we have to ask why, Daria, and it's probably because she already knew. She got the absent, yep, she did, from the Italio Brett, the one that later got busted with the child corn that he was doing. Her daughter's missing, and her biggest concern is getting him a lawyer. Give me a brick. I know you meant break, but I would like to have a brick too. And just, the thinking about that, her trying to get him a lawyer as soon as she found out what he had on his phone, what he was doing to her daughter, and thinking about Maddie taking hour-long showers, I have to just say, what the hell, y'all? Goddamn.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
Shit is very infuriating.
Okay. It took them a while to respond. I think they were looking for other missing kids around the area too. But yeah, no, we did not come back home until we were done with the police. We were done with everything. There was nothing else for us to do. Just except come back
Where
home.
was her phone when all of this was happening?
With me.
I have it on her birthday.
How did you get the
video.
phone
I'll
if you
pull it
never
up.
came back here?
I took it with me to go pick her up from school. I was gonna give it to her when she got in the car and be like, "Listen, you forgot your phone again," and let her play on it. I'll do that sometimes when she forgets that I bring the phone with me.
I'd like to
I just
have a
give it to
brick
her
throw at her.
afterwards.
Me too.
But I had brought it with me to go pick her up from school.
Okay. And you said your mom works where?
I don't know.
She owns a business.
No, I appreciate you trying to help me figure it out, though.
Yeah.
And then,
Louder when the video is off. It's
did
so
you at
fucking
any
weird.
point check her phone out while you had it?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Actually, I started looking, but I could not concentrate on reading anything. I was too panicked and too worried. I handed the phone to my sister. She's the one, and my niece. They both started going through her texts. I saw her texts. Nothing seemed weird. No weird random people.
Yeah.
Everyone is someone I was familiar with or had heard about. They checked her Roblox. They checked her Discord. I checked her Discord as well. There was nothing weird.
So yeah, I could still find out. I could submit some requests and try to find out what's going on with him while he's in jail, and I might do that. But allegedly, I don't hear anything else from him either. The last thing I heard was that he was talking to somebody named Lisa through email, because somebody came in and asked if I was Lisa, and I was like, fuck no, you couldn't pay me money to email that motherfucker again. I mean, because again, I was just trying to get what his theory was, what he was going to say, what kind of lies and bullshit, or if he'd tell the truth about what actually happened to Maddie. And we got that. GOC got it. allegedly, she doesn't put her emails on the screen, so I question all of that. But allegedly, he said that Jennifer smoked weed with Maddie that night, and she took medication, and she basically aspirated in her sleep. He left the room. When he came back, she was icy cold and her lips were blue, and he didn't know what to do. So he freaked out instead of calling 911 as any normal person would do in that situation. Plus, her hyoid bone was broken. I mean, it just doesn't make sense that she aspirated in her fucking sleep. It's the audio, like in biblical times. Yeah, I would be insane. I would be absolutely insane. She doesn't at all, and it's so frustrating.
One of the police officers taught me to look at deleted text messages. We looked at those as well.
Bullshit.
They were random text messages deleted. They weren't anything. Do you remember where you were when you were looking at
That's
her
true.
phone? Yes, in my mom's office. Which is where? Let me see. Is it okay if I call her? Yes. Yeah. I'll get the exact.
Me too. And it's a
And then,
mental
well, she
health
answers.
prison, which makes it worse because he gets to sit there all day, and they have classes, they have stuff to do. It's not a regular prison. He don't got to worry about dropping the fucking soap there, which is again very infuriating. But I agree, Sandra. Yeah, that Jennifer smoked weed with Maddie that night before she laid down, and then she aspirated in her sleep and died. It's bullshit.
Were you guys, when you guys were looking for her, did you guys keep looking for her in the Hunters Creek area or somewhere else? Hunters Creek area. Okay. Did you guys come back here at any point? No. What time did you guys come back home? Hold on a second. What time did we come back? What time did we come back? That was a very good question. I was gonna say it was like somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock p.m. Did you guys go back out after that? Stephan went back out. And this was last night, right?
Hey, Stephanie.
Yes. Okay.
I hope so.
Where was his phone after this? With me. Okay. Did you leave the house at any point with her phone after this? I don't believe so, no. Okay.
Yep.
Hold on.
Hilton House of Crazy. I was asking everybody to try to help me figure that out. Let me try to reduce background noise and echo cancellation. Maybe that'll help. But I'm trying to figure out what it is. I heard it in the video I was recording. There is background noise with the interview, but hopefully we can figure it out. I don't know. It could be my cord. I might need to get another cord. Sandra said, no, he won't. He's in the cushiest, most protected prison in Florida. Hilton House of Crazy, good to see you, love. And Jeepers Creepers, hello, hello. He should be under the prison. Like, he should be worried about a pineapple up his rear end every single day. He deserves it. I wish that we could do an eye for an eye. Like, I wish that he would not be sedated every night and just every single night be kept awake by somebody trying to fuck with him to where he couldn't even fucking sleep. I just wish he would get raped every fucking night. I'm sorry. I do. I just do. I wish he went through the hell that child had to endure at his hands every night, because that's how often he did it to her.
I think it's been home all day today, too. It's been home all day today? I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Is it?
What time did the police take her phone? Oh, just kidding. Yeah, they took it.
Just
I
kidding.
don't have it anymore.
I hate that shit. You got here right when you're supposed to be here, love. Just kidding. Who the fuck says just kidding? Oh, just kidding. Like, no, you would say, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I misremembered. My bad. not just kidding, just kidding. Like, again, that makes me question, did Stephan say shit that was out of line in front of you about Maddie and then go, oh, just kidding, just kidding? Like, I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to be graphic or anything, but would he walk by and be like, damn, Maddie has a fat ass or something, and then be like, just kidding, just kidding? Like, why do you use the phrase just kidding instead of, oh, or my bad, or I misremembered? That shit is so infuriating. Sociopaths lie for a living, absolutely. No, my tower's like down here. It has a fan to cool it off, and I have a refrigerator. Hold on, I'll show you. So there is a refrigerator, and that's the side of my desk right there. My tower is like, yeah, right there. That's my tower. And it's like under the camera. See, I'm putting the camera back and it's like right on top of the tower. And I have a refrigerator there. So I'm wondering, is it the refrigerator?
What time did he take the phone?
And no root beer barrels. No books. Yep.
I've made so many phone calls today and seen so many people today that I
Was it
don't
light
know.
out or dark out?
It was light out. It was light out.
It was still
Detective
light.
Hunt still yeah, it was during the daytime.
And then but other than that, her phone was here all day.
In the morning, yes.
Did you guys take the phone anywhere other than when Detective Hunt took the phone?
I think it's been home all day. I don't think I left the house with her.
Okay. Did Stephan have
Yeah.
access to the phone?
Okay, thank you. Sounds like it. Exactly, Lisa.
I'm sorry, I took my medicine, so I feel a little speezy. I think I've had it with me. I think it's been with me.
Okay. Did you go through her phone today?
Yes.
Okay. Where was that at?
Here.
And what were you looking for at that time?
To see if there was anything else. What we couldn't access on Monday night was Roblox. So my niece came over and logged into her Roblox and checked out messages. But then they were also, my sister was also looking through her phone to see if there was anything.
Here at the house?
Yes.
And that was today?
Yes.
Hey, Rosie.
Okay, do you guys have her account information as far as like her iCloud and all that stuff? Or is it just on her phone?
I've had a hard time logging into it before when I was trying to get her a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
She's so fucking slow. Like, you just said that your sister went through everything and y'all were all on her Roblox account, all on her Google Drive, everything. Yet when she asked you, okay, do you have that account information? You got to think, like, ma'am, you just said how the fuck did you access all that shit unless you do have access to her account and the information? Did you have to think, have we deleted photos and videos so I can give her that information? Let me think if the videos are gone. Like, there's just so much here. Like, any normal person would have been like, yeah, I have the account information. We had to have it in order to go through and see if anybody messaged on Roblox. Like, it's all a fucking narrative. Like, oh, I was checking on Roblox, so obviously you'd have to have the information. But then when asked about it, oh, I got to think about it. Fuck out of here.
So I'm not sure if I can log in to her iCloud. But I think it's all on her phone.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because
Exactly.
so like they took the phone and they downloaded it, right? They can see like if somebody tries to access her accounts and stuff like that. So if you guys do have access to anything, yeah, if you guys can refrain from like logging back in.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So it doesn't look like if.
And you knew, like, even after the cops had the phone or access to the phone, they were still deleting shit. Why are you deleting shit off of her account? Anything could be useful to law enforcement in locating your child if you actually thought your child was missing. And here you are going through shit and deleting it. But that's not supposed to be sus as fuck. I'm not buying it.
Get a bullshit? A
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
So if she tries to like access her accounts from like somewhere else, that way we can track that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
of course, yeah.
Yeah. So they're asking if you can, just try not logging into any more of her accounts so that when he's going through the phone, it doesn't look like she's trying to log on from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay?
Stop trying to get rid of
Was there
evidence.
anything else that they wanted us to clarify?
I think so.
Did you find the address to your mom's?
My mom's business. I'm sorry. Let me call her again.
Or what's the name of it?
Oh, if I could remember her business name, I don't know.
What kind of business?
It's an insurance business. I think it's something group. And then I know that you've been with us for the most part of the day, right?
Yes.
We have, I want to say maybe like 40 people out here, okay? Between us and Kissimmee. And we're all, going to be working basically overnight and throughout the day tomorrow until we find, okay? Tonight, what we're gonna do is, I know we already secured your house, right? We asked everybody to leave. So, another thing that I'm gonna ask is if you guys can find somewhere else to stay for the night, because we're gonna have Kissimmee out here at your apartment for the
Listen to how her voice changes here. And yeah, Abella's with that. Abella said, Banana, exactly. He doesn't have any remorse. To him, he did what he thought he was entitled to. And exactly.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
And we have to question, why would he kill? I'm sure he looked at Maddie as a glorified plaything, a doll, whatever, something that brought him joy in a nasty way, right? So why would he get rid of his favorite plaything? Why would he get rid of his favorite thing? Why would he kill her? Like there has to be a different some kind of reason. And again, I wonder if it's like the Naziah Harris case. She could have been pregnant or something. I would be curious to see that as well. I do know that her name was Little Figment, and Stefan worked at the Imagination ride at Disney, and there's a character there called Figment, and her Instagram handle was Little Figment. Like, and still, you found nothing weird with this. Listen to Jennifer Soto's voice change as they tell her they're going to be searching the house.
rest of the night, because the people that come and like take pictures and all that other stuff are not going to respond until the morning. Okay, so nobody can go into the house for the rest of the night.
Yep.
Until the house gets, we need to take pictures and do other stuff with the house. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. And unfortunately, because you guys have such a big apartment, it's not something that only one person does. Like, we don't do that, right? We have our forensics unit come out.
That's very possible.
And it's not something that one person can do by herself.
Very possible.
So she has to wait until people come in, because they're on call after midnight, right? So she has to wait for the other people to come in the morning, and then they're all going to come in as a unit and try to get it done as quick as possible. Okay. I need to go back into the house. I have been.
Oh, I bet the fuck you do, Jennifer. Sandra said if she has an iPhone, they can log into our iCloud account online and delete crap. And that's what they were doing. They were like, quit logging on, quit deleting crap, because we have our phone downloaded. And every time you're logging in, we think it's her, because at this point, the cops still think Maddie's just missing. They're starting to think that something happened, right? And we know that I think she did have an iPhone. Why is Jennifer logging on to Maddie's account and deleting any fucking thing? Anything. Jill said, I still think there was an accident with the product he got online, the sevoflurane that he ordered from Walmart. That's a very good possibility as well. And I've never thought about that. Sweet Lee, good to see you. I still believe Madeline and Stefan thought she was pregnant. She wasn't, but poor thing didn't know any better. That's why Stefan was so nervous beforehand. Yeah, I've never seen, I would need to see her autopsy report to know for sure that she wasn't with child. In the other interview that we did, the immunity interview, we just found out that Jennifer Soto said she didn't use any sanitary products for the month of February. So, and then we have the parent coins. If I had to guess, I would say she might have been with child, but we aren't ever going to know unless somebody from the family was to release her autopsy report. So Jen automatically, oh, I need to go back in the house. I got to get something if you're going to rope it off and make us leave for the night. Like, bitch, what the fuck do you got to get that's that important? She needs her meds, my meds, my meds. Meds build up in your system over a period of time. You wouldn't be that bad if you missed a day, but you could have also asked the police to go in and get them for you. And then if they offered for you to do it, take the opportunity to just do it. It's interesting to me that she automatically has to go back in and I need to go back in and get something, not, okay, can you bring me my medicine? Kit Kat Cappuccino, good to see you, said, I think he was planning on killing her and himself that night. Then he chickened out. You know, they talk about somebody talked about him taking a firearm and possibly going out there where she was and trying to end it. I remember hearing about that, but I don't remember if his mom said it or if he said it. You have a beautiful picture. I love the way your hair is in that. It looks cute.
Medication that
Sorry.
I have to take in order to be like normal. Is there a possibility that I can go back in there and get my meds? Yes. Give me a few minutes and then we'll try to figure out how we can get your medication. Okay, but that's something that we can definitely get. Okay?
Very possible, Jill.
Does it make sense what I'm telling you? Yes, yes. I just don't know what we're gonna do about finding a place to go, but okay. And then because it was lost in Stefan's car, we're also gonna tow his car. Okay. Okay. Okay.
See, she's scared as fuck. I think she knew that Maddie was deceased in that front seat. But Anna Bottom disagrees and said he was driving way too calm with her body and the stuff he did. He acted so nonchalant and innocent. There's something very wrong with him. I think he could have been nervous as fuck and just kind of tried to play it off to look normal. Like, I haven't seen pictures of him driving, but I think he was I haven't seen pictures of him driving with her body in the car, and I haven't seen the video where he puts her body in the trunk. What I saw, he's driving like this. Like, if he's laid back like this and driving like this, I would be like, yeah, that motherfucker ain't worried about a damn thing. But if you're sitting up on the steering wheel like this and driving and trying to look normal, he could have been very concerned, very worried, and just trying to play it off. You know what I mean? But I can see both of your points of view.
Do you have any questions about anything that I'm telling you? Okay, so from now on, it'll probably be me getting in touch with you, okay? Not Detective Hunt. Okay? Okay. Do you understand everything that we discussed? Yeah. Okay. Can I get your direct number? Yes. And my mom's job address, if I remember correctly, is in Kissimmee, in Orlando, Florida. That's in yes. Is that like an apartment complex? It's a business building? I don't know. It's a building with a lot of business and offices inside.
And when did you say you were there?
I got there around 4. Well, see, I left and came back. So 4:45. I got there and I think I called the cops around that time.
That was at her mama's work. Yeah, thank you so much for being a member for 14 whole entire daggone months. Thank you so much for the continued support. Hio said, Baker's dozen plus one. Love your face. I love you too. Thank you so much for the continued support. And thank you for sharing that milestone with us today. Let me get you an amazing, because you're so freaking amazing.
Amazing!
You're amazing. Hio made me my angry bunny. That's on the screen too. Oh, wait a minute. I saw something. You were snoozing late. Okay. Well, you get you some sleep, sweetheart.
And then I stayed until they had left. Were you there today?
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
Is there any reason someone would be anywhere near that area today? So it's really me. Oh, Detective Hunt went back to that office. I'm so sorry, and he had her phone. Okay, he had her phone at that time. Yeah. Why did he go back to that office? Because my uncle had walked the path where walked along the trail, and he had found a wallet with not ID, but like credit cards and something that had somebody's state on it. So he went to pick it up to see if it was of any interest. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my business card. I'm still here
Yep.
for a little bit longer. I'm gonna talk to Stefan
Yes.
one more time. There was like a few things that we needed to clarify with him, and then
My first will.
we're gonna, like, me physically, after I get done talking to Stefan, I'm gonna try to go get rest, right? Because
Hey,
we're gonna
hey,
continue
Bill.
to do all this. Yeah. There's other detectives that are coming for my unit. Okay? So like there's always gonna be somebody here. Okay. So just because I physically am not here, don't think that we're not physically working on this. We have a lot of people in our unit, right? So we're taking like shifts. And then the people we have violent crimes out here as well. And they're here till 4 in the morning. So I don't want you to think that like just because I'm leaving that we're not still actively working on this. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like they are here till 4 in the morning, and then the day shift people that also work violent crimes come in around that same time. So they're gonna take over. So like we have like people working till a certain time, and then other people coming and taking over. Okay. So like I said, just because I physically am not here doesn't mean that we're not still working on something. Does that make sense?
Real quick, I do remember Detective Tangler asked.
We got about 2 minutes left of this interview, then we'll go to the next one. I did just drop Hio's channel. You guys go subscribe to her. She's got really good stuff going on. She had some body cam the other day. Just really great stuff. So if you like true crime, definitely check her out as well.
But yesterday when you guys were out looking, do you remember what time you were out looking till?
So yesterday, I stayed in the office. My family went out searching.
Which office?
My mom's office.
Your
Went
mom's
through,
office.
yeah.
You stayed until what time?
I'm gonna say somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. I left and then I came home.
You came straight here?
Yeah.
And then who was out? Your family was out looking?
Yeah, but I think they all stopped when. Actually, I'm not sure. One of my uncles might have kept searching along the trail, but I'm not sure until what time he was out. My dad as well.
What about Stefan?
It is.
Stefan went out sometime in the middle of the night and went searching, cruising around to see if he could figure out where she might be.
See how she stutters? And it's hard for her to say that? Like, you didn't, and she's asked in a later interview, you didn't find it odd that he left in the middle of the night? He's claimed that nobody left the house at all. He said the family went searching, but him and Jennifer have not. When we have the body cam that she comes to the door, the first body cam that we got where she comes to the door and they're talking to her, she never asked, is Maddie okay? Do you have any information on Maddie? Nothing. That's not normal. If your child is missing and the cops come to your door, the first thing you're going to ask is, have you heard anything? Have you found anything? What do you know? She fucking knew, man.
What car was he driving? My car. Was anybody driving Stefan's car? No.
They're in the parking lot.
And what time was he out?
I have no idea. I fell asleep. But I know he drove my car because
Sketchy
when I
as
got into
fuck.
it, I said, "Oh, the seat's adjusted. Did you drive my car?" He goes, "Yeah, remember I said I was going to take a drive tonight to go."
Sorry. Okay. Oh, hold on a minute.
Search for her because he does have like insomnia. He can't sleep at night sometimes, and especially like that's what's going on right now.
That's interesting.
But I'm not sure what time he may have come in or out. But if you guys look at my gate
I
clicker,
agree.
you need that to come in the front gate. You can see what times he may have come in and out.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else for you. We're gonna clear some things with Stefan, and then I will let you know before I head out.
Okay.
Okay? Do you promise that everything you said today is true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, that's the end of that one. Banana Bottom said, I don't know. I don't think we went anywhere as Jen. I was so zonked out on Ativan. Right. Like, how the fuck do you not know if you got in your vehicle and drove somewhere? Stop it with the fucking bullshit. Lori Ann just shared her membership milestone for 6 months. That's awesome. 3 more months and we'll have a little YouTube baby. Thank you so much for sharing that milestone with us, and thank you for the continued support. Lori Ann said, love this beautiful speculating family, and we love you too. Let me get you an amazing from Basil. Thank you so much for sharing that milestone and for the continued support.
Amazing!
Because you're amazing. And then Hannah UK dropped her 10-month milestone chat. We got a 1-month-old YouTube baby. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for the continued support. Let me get you an amazing, my love and my mod. You're so awesome.
Amazing!
Hannah is great. You find her all over these YouTube streets. So if you see her, make sure you tell her, hey. Southern Cats has been a member for 11 months with the hearts and the smileys. It's so cute. Thank you so much for sharing that milestone. And thank you so much for the continued support. I really appreciate that. Let me get you an amazing because you're so amazing.
Amazing!
We got everybody dropping them. Abellis has been a member for 16 entire daggum months. That is amazing. Abella says, woohoo! That's awesome, Abellis. Thank you so much for the continued support and thank you for being my friend. Let me get you an amazing.
Amazing!
And then Ruth Ann has been a member for 15 months. That is so amazing. I love your picture. You're so beautiful. And thank you so much for the continued support. We got a YouTube baby that's a couple months. Oh, thank you for sharing that milestone. Let me get you an amazing.
Amazing!
Our speculating family is just so amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you guys for sharing those milestones. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate that so very much. You guys make it great over here. Let's see what this is. This is titled Axon Captured Audio. We played this one.
What else you want to?
That's the Brittany Sunco one. Okay, hold on. Let's see. This one we might not have heard. If we have, it'll show where I've played it.
Case number 24-11313. Today's date is February 28th, 2024. The time is 00:16 hours. Speaking with Stefan again. Okay. So, as you guys know, they have phone, right? They've been going.
Okay, so this is the one where they ask him, why were you texting her? There's some weird shit on there. What's going on? We haven't heard this one yet.
Through the phone, and they noticed that there was like a lot of messages between you and can you explain to me what your relationship is between you and
Yeah, stepfather of sorts, I guess. She thought of me as a dad, thinks of me as a dad.
That one right there was the one we heard. She thought of me as a dad, thinks of me as a dad. He quickly corrects himself, and cops pick up on that stuff. They knew in that moment, I mean, they knew probably beforehand, but in that moment that she could possibly be deceased. They asked about the messages between her and him, and I'm sure if they're asking about messages, they're not in the context of a stepfather talking to a stepdaughter. Sandra said she fell asleep. Seriously, your child is missing and you can sleep. She's trash and never should have had a child. I agree. I think, oh, of course. I think that Maddie should have been with her dad. I really do. Yeah, I always forget to check mine too. My phone won't let me share milestones for some reason. Like it would share them from my pocket. I wouldn't even realize that I had shared a milestone. It would do it in my freaking pocket out of nowhere. And then now I can't do them at all. They said either you do it by accident or not at all. He never gave her space, even when he was in Northport. He's the worst. 100%. You agree?
Boom, bop, bam.
You're absolutely right.
Mostly things like, when are you going to call us? When are you going to come up here and visit? Hey, poopy head, get online. Things like that.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Your phone. I told you that I was gonna hold on to it, and that we would like to download your phone, right?
Okay.
Is this something that I have your consent to do, or do I need to get a search warrant for your phone?
It should be fine.
You're okay with us going through your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have the PIN to your phone?
And that right there sealed his fate with the court order trying to get the evidence thrown out of court. Oh my goodness, Southern Cats, thank you so much. Southern Cats, thank you so much for the super chat. Southern said Basil needs cilantro. He has worked hard today. Thank you. And I will use that to get him some cilantro, some crackers, and some pretzels. That was so awesome. Thank you so very much. I'm going to get you an amazing and something.
Amazing!
What else can we play? We can do a what the helly and let's exercise the demons. I'm gonna get you an exercise the demons, Southern Cats. Thank you so much for the super chat. That was so amazing.
Amazing!
And so very sweet and supportive of you. And I really, really appreciate that. And thank you. We're gonna exorcise the demons from the chat.
Feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
This house is clear. Thank you so much, Southern Cats. And I will definitely use that for Basil. He will be super excited.
42586.
No, it tastes like soap to me too. Right, Brown Eyed? She did.
Four, 2, 5, 8, 6.
Right. Hey, Abraham. Good to see you, love. It tastes like soap to me. I can't eat it. Like, I can even taste it in Taco Bell. Dude, I can't.
Thank you so much. And then, okay, so when you guys FaceTime, what do you guys talk about?
It's usually with her mom right there, too. We're just chatting.
Oh, make sure to reiterate that Jennifer's, they're usually there too to try to make it look as innocent as possible. So, were you trying to make it look innocent because you knew it wasn't? Or was Jennifer really there and just didn't give a fuck about what you talked to Maddie about because she knew what was going on the whole time? I have to ask. Abraham, it's good to see you, love, and I'm glad you are here. Kalisa, good to see you, and I'm glad you are here as well. I hated cilantro until I was pregnant with my half Spanish daughter. I loved it ever since. Half Mexican, I'm sorry, daughter. That's awesome. That's interesting. I hated hot dogs until I was pregnant with my son, and then I would eat them, but I'm still really picky about it. But I was craving hot dogs. And then the ranch that you make where you have the ranch packet and you put mayonnaise and milk and you like shake it in a shaker bottle. Oh my God, I would make that and drink it. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Okay.
When I was pregnant.
I noticed that at some other times that you guys are FaceTiming, it's like really late. Is it normal for her to be in bed late?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, her bedtime's usually around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I talk to them both before bedtime when I'm not here.
Okay.
10:30 is supposed to be her bedtime, but she gets to push it sometimes.
Okay.
I love horror kills.
But mom's always present.
When you guys are FaceTiming? Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're using her mom's phone to FaceTime with her. Sometimes FaceTiming them both together on one of the phones.
Okay. And then you said that yesterday you accidentally factory reset your phone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what time that was?
No, it was sometime in the morning. I had been pushing off doing an update for a while.
Was that before or after you went to the smoke shop?
Before? I'm not sure. I'm not a morning person. It's a newer phone. I was doing this update. It had some sort of weird option at the bottom that said something.
All the fucking excuses for all the fucking bullshit. Sorry, piece of shit, and didn't give a shit. I don't know how she couldn't, honestly, but there's a lot of theories.
Something about reinstall everything, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing.
Okay, can you
Was
explain
right
to
there with
me, where were you? Like, were you in your settings?
I was following whatever the links were for the OS update.
What?
Where I don't have an Android, so I don't know where you.
I'm not super tech
Is
savvy.
it like
I'm
a
so sorry.
text? Was it?
It was a push notification that came in at the top that I had just been ignoring
Oh,
for
like
a long
up here.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just it was
Yep.
it was a
Exactly.
it's a boneheaded maneuver.
Okay, and then where did it direct you to?
I don't know. It took me to a page with all the stuff in the system, and I clicked something. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a shutterbug unless it involved the abuse of Maddie, right? Because that's the truth, isn't it, Stephan?
Do you remember what it said? Like, what kind of update was it?
It was like a big OS update, and it had all these options, and it was like reinstall something with all the apps and stuff. Reinstall everything, the apps and stuff. I don't know exactly what I said. I pushed it, and it started doing the update, and then it turned into some sort of reset or something. I'm not sure how I did that.
Okay.
I was half asleep,
and then when you came back to get your key fob, what did you do when you got here?
Ran inside, got the key fob, ran back out again.
Okay, where did you park?
Right up here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Abraham requested a Bing bop to us talking about him not being much of a shutterbug unless it came to the abuse of Maddie, because when it came to the abuse of Maddie, he had images and videos for fucking days. The abuse of children in general, because there was over 20 or 30,000 on a flash drive that was found at the storage unit. So, not much of a shutterbug unless it involves the disgusting abuse of children, right, Stephan?
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
It's under the fucking jail. He needs to be under the fucking jail. My chat's hungry. Is it eating everything? Not much of a shutterbug. He definitely knew how to record his sick activities with Maddie. Exactly.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
And share it on fucking Telegram.
How long would you say you were inside your apartment for?
Literally long enough to run in, grab the fob, and come back out. So
okay, and then what did you do?
Most
20 or 30.
What did you do when you came back out?
I think it was
got back in the car and went back
100?
on
Maddie.
the morning mission.
Okay.
The morning
The
mission.
camera has you.
The mission to keep everybody from finding out that you took the life of a precious child for your own gratification, you sick fuck.
In the complex for 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that seem about right?
He was obsessed
Yeah,
with
coming into the complex, driving around, parking, getting the fob, coming back out. Sounds about right.
Okay. And then you leave. What time would you say you dropped her off at the school? Or not at the school, but in the area?
My estimate was sometime between 8:20 and 8:40.
Okay, the camera has you leaving the complex at 8:31.
8:31? Okay, so it must have been closer to 8:40 then.
Okay, and then...
So now at this point, he knows for a fact that they have him on camera. And when they told him about the maps, why did you do a U-turn here? You were caught here at this time. He knows that they've got him on camera. He thinks they're still buying his bullshit. Kim, I don't think I could do the DoorDash thing. I really don't. One of my friends, I need to call her. She's big on TikTok. She does DoorDash too. And I don't know. She had certain people that would always tip her good, but like people would be mean and give her bad reviews just out of nowhere. But she did such a good job, and all of her reviews were so positive that it wouldn't affect her much. But like people just doing shit like that would piss me off. I would go back and like stomp on their food or something. That job wouldn't work for me. I'm too much of a hothead. I got a mouth.
After you dropped her off, did you go directly to the smoke shop?
I did. I went directly to the smoke shop. Waited. It was supposed to be open, but it wasn't. I waited a little while to see if they were just being slow about turning on the open sign. They weren't, so I went home at that point.
How long do you think you waited?
If you're leaving, Mel, I hope you have a good day, honey.
5-10 minutes maybe.
Okay, so if you drop her off at like 8:40, how far is the smoke shop from there to?
I hope you get one, love.
Where you dropped her off?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many minutes. How far?
Did you go anywhere else after the smoke shop?
It's convenient.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't think I went anywhere specific. I was just driving probably in the direction of home. But I don't remember stopping anywhere specifically.
And you were there for 5 to 10 minutes?
Roundabout, I think.
Okay, so
roundabout, I think. So if they catch you on your bullshit, you can say, oh, I forgot, like you've done several times already, thinking you don't look sus as fuck. Give me a fucking break, Stephan. I know I got...
What in the fuck knuckles is this?
What in the fuck knuckles is your fucking story here? Because it's not adding up. And Miss Tangler sniffs the bullshit.
So, like, let's say you drop her off at 8:40.
Obviously not.
We don't see her car coming back south until 10 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing between 8:40 and 10 o'clock?
Yeah. Can you explain that?
A little bit.
Okay, but I asked you earlier, you know, like what you were doing, and you said you were there for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then you came back home.
Yeah, well, I went to the smoke shop, like I said.
She said, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, sir.
But I may have been meandering around the area.
Meandering. There's that word.
Made my way home.
Okay, but I'm asking you earlier, right? And even like the first time we talked to you, you're not telling us that you're like, you know, just cruising the area, like you're coming home. So I need to be able to explain to my supervisors why there's such a time gap.
I mean, I don't know what to say. It was just a normal day. I didn't have anything important to do. The smoke shop was supposed to open soon, so I made my way over there.
He says it was, I don't know what to say. It was just a normal day. Key phrases. I wish we had this on camera, and I've tried so hard, but from what I understand, because this was the detectives that were interviewing them, we don't have body camera of it, which makes no sense to me. Like if it's a detective, I would think they would most certainly have it on body camera. I would love to see his facial expressions when he said it was just another ordinary day, because it indeed was not just an ordinary day. And I mean, it's intriguing to hear all of this line of bullshit that he tries to feed them, and they're not buying it, because keep in mind, this is what he's done in his whole entire life. This man is 38 years old with no job, living on mommy and daddy's dime, to the extent that his dad tried to get him in the real estate business, somehow helped him pass his fucking real estate exam, and he couldn't even be bothered to get out of fucking bed to go take pictures for a couple hours a day. This man has bullshitted everybody in his entire life, and we hear this shit and we know it was a lie, and it's like you really, like, your whole entire life everybody believed you when you did shit like this. Like, your story, you're a horrible liar. Your story never added up, and everybody knew that you were full of shit from the beginning. So how the fuck did he get this far in life with all this bullshit? I mean, it's so obvious.
Wasn't any particular rush, though.
Yeah.
Okay, but can you help me explain to them? Because I don't know the
that's
explanation or the answer to this question, okay? So can you help me explain to them
Exactly,
why there's
though.
such a delay in the time?
No, can't explain it. I wasn't going anywhere in particular. I wasn't doing anything in particular.
Me too,
Just
Southern.
making my way to the smoke shop. Waited for them to open. They did not open. And then I left.
That's awesome, Kim.
Where did you go from there?
From the smoke
High
shop, I
school.
went home.
Okay, the smoke shop is like 10 minutes from here, right?
15, 20-ish, something like that.
Earlier you told us it was 10 minutes.
See, she's fed up. She's not having it. Scratch the Paint, good to see you. Scratch the Paint said time gap because you're making shit up. 100%. And Detective Tangler's having none of it.
Time is not a strong suit of mine. I'm guesstimating here.
I understand, but I have to be able to
Stephan, suck
explain,
a dick.
you know, where you were for an hour and 20 minutes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And right now, I can't explain that.
Okay. Smoke shop was supposed to open close to 10.
Anderson, you're doing great,
they
Stephan.
They did not open. And I came home.
Okay.
What time specifically was it supposed to open?
10 o'clock is when it's supposed to open.
So why'd you go at 8:40?
Nope.
Like I said, I didn't go exactly at 8:40. I went to the smoke shop after I dropped her off.
But even if it was 9 o'clock, that still would have been an hour before they're supposed to open.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you think it would be open?
I didn't think it would be open. I was hoping I would get there early enough and wait for it to open.
So you would have waited.
I mean, and again, I have to question, was it done to create an alibi? Because they talk about the cameras, both of them talk about the cameras being there, so you just went and sat there so you'd have a fucking alibi. That's the only thing I can come up with. Thank you for that, Mel. We're definitely going to check it out. I'm actually going to star your comment so that I can share that when we do. Not counting Uber Eats. Oh, yeah. You're doing great, Kim.
Waited an hour for it to be open.
I did not wait an hour. I got there
Right.
maybe 20 minutes before it opened, 15 minutes before it opened, and just sat and waited.
Yep, Abellis.
But then you're seen coming at 10 a.m. when it's supposed to open, already coming down.
Leaving because it was supposed to open at 10 a.m. I waited a few minutes after 10. They were not opening, and that's when I left.
You did not wait a few minutes after 10.
What do you mean?
At 10 a.m. you were seen coming down southbound on Jongyang Parkway at the intersection of Jongyang
At 10
Parkway
a.m.
and
I was
Greenville.
still in front of that shop waiting to see if they were going to turn on the open sign.
Okay, but if you dropped
No.
off at 8:40 and you said you only waited for a couple minutes at the smoke shop, why would you still be there at 10?
I waited to see if it would open, and they did not open.
We got that part. But you said you were there for a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, love.
And then you said you were there after a couple minutes after 10. So that's...
It doesn't make
it doesn't
sense.
make sense.
I apologize for that. I'm trying to help you out the best that I can, but
Right. So, like, if you drop her off around 8:40, let's say, give or take 10 minutes, you make it to the shop around 9, the smoke shop, and you sit there and wait for a couple minutes for it to open. You said you waited for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. Does it make sense that you're still there at 10 o'clock?
No. The answer is no. What is Stephan going to say? Abraham said, I'm not a morning person either, but I don't forget what I did that morning if I was up early. Exactly. I can tell you everything I've done this morning. Pow, he's busted. The camera doesn't lie, Stephan Sterns. Only you do. Exactly. Sandra said, because everyone in his life enabled him. It's how he got through life as far as he did, including his parents. And again, y'all are on it today. Hello, my love. Thank you for brownies. I appreciate my ate it.
And me a soda.
Okay, let me play this. Let's hear what Stephan's response is going to be.
I was there at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so what did you do before that?
I dropped her off.
Thank you, baby.
And I made my way over. Not a direct route, but I made my way over there.
Did you stop anywhere on your way to the smoke shop?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Do you have problems with your memory that you can't recall what you did?
I'm extremely ADHD. I'm sorry. So just details start to get fuzzy after a while. Even the times I'm giving you are my best guesstimates here. I didn't have my phone with me at the time, so I wasn't aware of exactly what time.
There's no time on your car?
Transpiring. There probably is, but it's not my car. It's my parents' car.
How certain are you that you were outside of the smoke shop at 10 a.m.?
90% sure.
What makes you think that you were there at 10?
I saw lights on inside the place. It looked like they were coming to life in there. So it looked like they were about to open. And I was waiting to see if they were going to turn on the open.
Do you remember if there was anybody inside?
He just keeps trying to keep the narrative up. I agree with that. Everybody enabled him. And I wanted to say, hey, Mariel, Abellis, I would send you some if I could. I turned my camera off and my mic so I can eat some of them. Abraham said, how are you going to wait for a shop that you know opens at 10 a.m. and it's only 9 a.m., if not before that? Exactly. Like, you don't think all of this shit together looks suspicious as fuck? Because it does. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up when you came in, Mariel. If y'all don't mind, please hit the thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. And it's good to see you. Cindy said, so you can't read the time on the car because you don't own the car. Make that make sense. Again, 100%.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
Things that don't make sense for 1,000. Good grief, this piece of human garbage is trying really hard to rewrite reality. Exactly. I was waiting since 9 a.m. for them to open at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock came around when they actually opened because they didn't open at like 10:05 or 10:10. They were a little bit late opening the door. I fucking left. Like, and you don't think that looks sus as fuck on that day? What the fuck? Abella said it's not your car. A clock is right there in front of you on every car. You fucking dumbass. It's every bit of him just makes us all go, God damn.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
Cut the fucking bullshit, Sterns.
I couldn't see inside from the outside. But after I came home and then went back to the smoke shop again later, when they definitely were open, I stopped in and got my vape juice finally. I don't remember the name of the guy working there, but he was like a skinny guy, short, skinny guy.
When you came back for the fob,
Exactly.
Did she go inside with you?
No, she was in the car still. She was asleep.
Where in the car?
Passenger side.
The front seat.
Correct.
Okay. Did she at any point go in the back of the vehicle, like in the back seat?
No.
So she was in the front the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Awake or asleep?
She was asleep.
Okay.
She was conked out. We had gotten up early.
How was she positioned in the front seat?
Leaned back in the seat, just kind of conked out, napping.
Where was her head in relation to the seat?
Against the seat, I think. Against it. Just.
Was the seat leaning back, or
the seat was leaning back? Yeah, she had leaned the seat back so that she could recline and.
Okay. And then.
This is so important because we find out later that Stephan is trying to say that she's laid back like this in the passenger seat asleep. And then we find out later from the police that she's actually, I'll do this way. She's actually, if this is the passenger seat, she's like this over the center console with her mouth open. So that's really important too, because she wasn't positioned in a way that you would be positioned if she was asleep. Why? Because she was deceased. Crystal Burns, good to see you, love. The voices sound funny, Sarah, because the DA's office released these to me, and they're supposed to have new information in them that was once redacted and now unredacted, but they changed the voices. Oh, you might be behind too. It's not in this one. The guy at the gate said she was slumped over. Yep. Napping and didn't want McDonald's. A 13-year-old. Like, stop. The smoke shop with the stinky guy was one of his attempts at creating an alibi. It most certainly was. It most certainly was. I figured I'd get there early enough to wait for them to open makes no sense. Also, not going direct route to your destination either, unless it's like a scenic route, right?
I need you to try to, refresh your memory. When you got the flat tire on 192, what could you see around you?
It's 192. It all looks the same. I'm so sorry. I'm drawing a blank as any specific businesses or names.
Did you pull off to the side of the road to a business?
I pulled off into a side plaza, like one of those little strips along the side. Dug around for my spare and my jack. Thankfully, we had both.
What direction were you coming in?
Yeah, she was tongued out.
Going
awesome.
Towards John Young.
Okay.
So that direction.
And it was a plaza. You don't remember any businesses that were in the plaza?
I don't. I was focused on the.
What color is the plaza?
Oh God, I have no idea what color the plaza was. I'm sorry, didn't even register a detail like that.
Because you weren't ever fucking there. That's why. His brain is constantly meandering all over the motherfucking place.
Okay, remind me again what you were doing on 192?
I was looking around at different game shops. One of my card games just had a release on Friday, Lorcana.
What card are you talking about?
It's like a trading card game. And they had a big release on Friday, so I wanted to go around.
What's the card though?
I'm sorry?
What is the game?
It's called Lorcana.
Lorcana?
Yeah, Lorcana. It's a trading card game made by Disney, kind of like Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering.
Okay, and you stopped.
See, he could remember that and recall that real fucking quick. Because they actually probably did have a new card game out. And he just used that for his benefit to say he was doing something.
At what shop?
I stopped over by Target. I was going to see if they had any.
I highly doubt it, but that's a good question.
Up and was going to go to a place called House Rules Games. That is on 192 and Oak Street.
Mm-hmm.
I did not make it to House Rules Games because I got a flat tire.
Okay, which Target did you go to?
The one down on 192.
192 and what?
Is there more than one down there?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the area.
It's the one down there by the Walmart, I think. I'm not sure what the cross streets are. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could be more help. I'm so sorry.
And how long were you changing your tire for?
I'm not sure how long it took.
Yep. And does.
I got
hey,
back
Granny's
here
watching. Good to see you.
By like 2:35, 2:40, because I was trying to get home to go with her to go pick up from school. And we needed to leave by 2:30. The flat tire made me late for that.
Okay. And there's absolutely nothing that you can remember about the plaza that you got the flat.
No, I don't remember color. I mean, it's all just kind of brownish, I think, along there.
And you said when you got your flat, you were heading towards JYP from 192.
Yes.
He got his flat in the same area that he dumped her body. It's good to see you, Granny's watching. I'm so glad you're here and that you stopped by. Super excited for you with everything going on in court. As far as PA, with everything going the way that it should be going. I hope Oklahoma turns out the same for you as well, sweetheart. Everybody's saying, hey, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I want to go to that Amish market. Oh my gosh. I love Amish places like that. I've never been to one, but like I want somewhere where I can buy Amish goods, specifically quilts. Oh my gosh. I would love to go there. Definitely want to check that out. Of course. Abraham said, I think the cause of death was asphyxia, perhaps by strangulation, but I don't think it's been made public because she's a minor. I remember the DA's office putting something out, and I did just find this, which reads Madeline Soto's cause of death was strangulation, ruled as a homicide by a medical examiner. Her body was found on March 4th, 2024 in a wooded area, and the investigation revealed that she had been missing since February 26th of 2024. I think the investigation revealed everything but that because that was known from the beginning. Stephan Sterns, her mother's boyfriend, was arrested and charged with first-degree homicide in connection with her death. So, oh, damn, it might help if y'all could see it. Hold on. Got to take Angry Bunny down. There you go. Now you can read it for a second. You're on your way now? Dang, I wish I could go with you. I would. I would be all up in that Amish market. I want to get some of the cheese too and the milk, like the good milk like that. Girl, I wish I could go. I wish I had one close to me. I love hearing you talk about the Amish market and going through there and stuff. You know, I don't know, but I think I'm going to do a FOIA request and request stuff from the jail to see, you know, what he's been up to. I think there's more that's going to be unredacted in this audio too, specifically. I hope so.
Okay, where's your flat tire at?
It's in the trunk.
Okay.
I think so too, Mel.
I've got the spare on there right now.
Yeah, I
Let me
saw
put
the
Angry
spare.
Bunny back up.
I don't think I have anything else.
We would. I would love to go with you. That
Your
would be
wife
so awesome.
has my phone number. If you can remember where you got your flat tire, just have her send me a text message, okay?
Okay. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I know the details are important, and just the way our brains work with ADHD is
hyoid bone was broken.
Fuzzy.
Fractured, yes.
Are you on any medication?
I'm supposed to be. I have not been medicated.
He's so damn stupid. She got to ask, are you on medication? Like, is there a reason that you don't remember a fucking thing? Do you not think this is suspicious as fuck, sir? I backed it up 10 seconds.
And just the way our brains work with ADHD is those things can get fuzzy.
Are you on any medication?
I'm supposed to be. I have not been medicated lately. So
Okay.
I'm not a morning person. I'm very time blind on the best of days and forgetful.
That's not because of ADHD. It's because you're lying and you just committed a homicide. I mean, again, a lot of people have ADHD and that doesn't keep them from looking at the clock. That's in every car that tells you what fucking time it is, or where you've been, or what you've done.
So I understand that none of that is helpful in this case.
Okay.
I'm pretty sorry.
I explained to your wife that we're gonna
Pennsylvania,
have the apartment
probably
secured for the rest of the
Connecticut,
night.
Ohio,
Okay.
places like that. Lorian.
So the investigation is not going to happen tonight?
It is. So,
okay.
Right, Elliot?
So I explained to her, me and him have been out all day, right? So we're gonna go home, but just because me and him are going home doesn't mean that there isn't other people out here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We have another unit out here, which is called Violent Crimes. They're out all night. So they're gonna keep looking. We also have some of our detectives that were sent home earlier to get rest because they were gonna come and relieve me and him, right? So we're gonna take like shifts with the investigation, because obviously if we're exhausted, we're of no use, right?
We're all exhausted too.
Right.
My brain is mush.
Right. And we don't want that to happen.
My mind is mush.
With anything that we're doing. So what we're doing is we're taking turns with whatever needs to be done. So we'll brief whoever's coming next and then, hey, this is what we did. This is what needs to be done. Okay. The reason we are keeping your house for the night is because your house cannot be completed
I have
by
Amish
one
cookbooks
person,
too, and they're delicious.
Right?
They are.
We don't do that. We have a unit that comes and takes pictures and does whatever they need to do with the house. After a certain time, it's only one person working in that unit. And she can't do it by herself. So people come in at 8 o'clock in the morning. So when the rest of her squad comes in, they're going to come in and, tackle your place as a unit so that they can get it done quicker. Does that make sense?
He is so nervous right now. He's about to piss himself trying to act like he's not. PK Vale said they work is what grown-ups do. Right. These people ain't thinking about work a damn day in their life. He was working at Disney at one point, but I think he had recently lost that job, and she was part-time at Disney when she could be bothered to get up out of bed, in my opinion. I can't feel my, what is that? I can't feel my feet. I can't feel my feet right now, said Lori.
And then I explained to her too, because it was last in your car. We
my
are going to
goodness.
also tow your car, okay?
That sounds
It's going to
good.
go to our sheriff's office, which is at 2500 West Colonial, okay? She said she needed to get her medication. You're not under any medication.
I have medication in the house, though, that I do need to get my blood pressure meds and anxiety meds as well.
Okay, so...
Oh, is your blood pressure and anxiety bothering you right now? Fucking wonder why.
So I'm going to try to figure out where all of this stuff is. Where's your stuff at?
Upstairs in the guest room.
Are you okay?
Currently.
In guest room number 4?
Yes. And it's on top of the mini refrigerator.
Is it on, does it have your name on it?
Yes, all of it.
Okay, where does she keep her... Where does she keep her medicine?
In her zipper case on her nightstand, I believe.
In the downstairs?
Correct.
I started a sourdough.
What zipper?
I need
It's
to
like
make
a
it bigger
little
because I
sort
have a
of
big
brown
family.
zipper case. It's on her nightstand. So right on top of her
Okay, so I can just bring the whole thing out.
Yeah.
It stays cold in Michigan for a long
I
time,
don't know if
don't
there's
it?
any bottles on top of the nightstand around it too, but you
I'll
might
just
want to
grab all
grab
of
those.
this.
Yeah, just.
Is
grab
there
them.
anything that you can recall that we haven't asked you? I know we asked you like a whole bunch of questions earlier, and we just asked you like a whole bunch more.
The way they refer to it as guest room number 4, and the way the rooms had numbers on them like it was a fucking brothel or something, it's so fucking weird and creepy. And they both refer to it as room number 4. They also asked Jennifer where the firearm could be, and she knows it's in room number 4, but allegedly never went up there. She also knows that when they questioned her about how she thinks Maddie died, her response is, she thinks that he strangled her or suffocated her because there's no mess in room number 4, but allegedly never went up there. How do you know there's no mess in room number 4 if you never went up there?
I don't know. My brain is so mush right now. I've barely slept. I haven't eaten in 2 days. I'm trying to think of questions for you.
Can I see what shirt you're wearing?
What's that?
Can I see what shirt you're wearing?
Yeah.
So at this point, he has changed clothes 3 times, shirts specifically. He had the red shirt with the graphic. And we also hear in the files about Madeline being abused. And in some of the videos and photos, he has a red shirt with a graphic, the Deadpool shirt. I think that he abused her that night, took pictures. I think that's why he was on Telegram close to midnight. And I think that's part of the reason he got rid of the Deadpool shirt, because he abused her that night. And so her DNA was on it. And I think he committed her homicide wearing that shirt. Then we hear about the white shirt when the Brittany girl from Sunco talks about him coming in, paying for gas, not saying anything. Even when she questions him about the rewards, he's wearing a white shirt. And then the police, when they talk to him, he's got on a blue shirt. Why are you changing shirts so much? Could it be that you had the red shirt on when you committed the homicide, and then when you moved her body to the field that it was found in, you were wearing the red shirt, so you put on the blue shirt to make sure there'd be no evidence? That's what I think. She said there was no blood, and in her defense, she assumed that because she would have heard about it if there had been. It's a possibility. I still think that she knew because she went up there, but I respect your opinion. There's no message, just a hello. Oh, okay. I have part of my left foot that went to sleep 2 years ago and never woke up. That's insane, Hannah. Did you get it looked at?
Just a blue shirt.
Okay.
Remember what shirt you were wearing?
Okay, PK Bell. Have a good day.
On Monday morning?
I believe it was this shirt. I'm still wearing the same shirt.
No, the fuck
Have
you're
you
not.
showered since then or anything?
I showered Showered the other night. No, not since yesterday. Sorry, hair is even still greasy.
I know you got a cut, right?
I know he showered after he committed her homicide. I think he said he showered last night. So that again would tell me that her time of death was probably that night. I don't know.
From changing the tire.
Do you mind if I see your arms?
Yeah, go for it.
PK Bill.
Do you mind taking your sweater off?
It's cold, but yeah. I changed the tire in like 10 years. I made a rookie mistake. Got my thumb too close to the jack and the frame and it slipped. I pinned my thumb in between the frame and the jack. I got lucky. I panicked and pulled it out, which you're not supposed to do. But there was a lot of pain. I panicked.
And flip your hand over. Can you see the other arm?
My parents used for a tire iron in there.
Do you mind if I take a picture of the cut you got?
Yeah, go for it.
Let me see if the flash works. Okay, can you go like this again?
Yeah, like just I bet he stunk just because of all the nasty shit he was involved in. Like his soul had a stench to it. That probably doesn't make sense to many people, but it makes sense to me. I bet his soul stank all the way down to his fucking very being, every fiber of his being, his fucking soul.
And then flip it over for me.
He showered the day before. He just changed clothes without showering. That's interesting.
Flip it over, please.
Thank you for the correction, Abraham.
Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Because he got rid of the shirts and got rid of, and like, you know, was washing laundry, did everything he could to get her DNA off of him to the best of his ability to where he wouldn't have any residue or anything pertaining to the crime on him. But he didn't take a shower. Like, damn, that's like the first thing you would do, I would think. How could you do all that and not shower? Think about it. He's so dangerous and just awful. He really is. Yeah, stink rot. Hey, Cara, good to see you. He looks like he smells like dirty clothes that are musty. Absolutely. You bet he showered every couple of days. I bet he showered every 3 weeks.
She got her stuff. So let me go get your stuff and then you guys will be good to go. Okay, where are you guys going to head? Do you know?
No idea.
Okay, can you have your wife text me an address of wherever you guys end up tonight?
Yeah, I think my dad's on his way down too.
Still relying on mommy and daddy, I see. Yep.
Okay. Let me just verify with your wife her pills, and that's it. Okay?
Why do you say that?
And then your phone, they're going to work on it overnight, so you'll probably get it in the morning. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, those areas do stink. I've seen when I got in trouble, they would take girls. The COs would come in and make some of them shower because they would be stinking like that. Abraham said him taking a shower would have been a big risk in somebody finding her. Why do you say that? Yeah, your wife, sir, that's not your wife. Okay, I think we've listened to this one, but I'm going to double check. And then we're going to go through and just see if there's any more. Yeah, we listened to that one because it's at the end. We're going to see if there's any more like documents and things that they gave us. This is titled receipt. I think this is the receipt from the vape store. Yep. They have more because see, this is page 1 of 12. So it was February 26th of 2024 at 11:22 a.m. Let's see. Shop E-Smoker online, Hunters Creek. There was a 6.5% sales tax. The customer's name was Stephan Sterns. It cost him $21.29. So he paid that. There's more receipts though that are not here, and they show like all of his transactions over an extended period of time. And I don't have anything else in this file. Sorry, y'all. It's doing that because I'm simultaneously trying to upload a video. I think it uploaded or it either started over. Let me go ahead and close that out. Okay, can we load now? Gracious in the morning. Hold on. I might have to go back in. Oh, I got a lot of stuff back. I was submitting FOIAs all morning. Let me try to open it again. Where is it? There. Okay, it came up. Perfect. So we got the body-worn camera, car search. These are all pictures, I think. Yep, that's the VIN. We've seen all these pictures before. I don't think that there's going to be anything significant. They can't release pictures of like a crime, like, you know, Maddie's body, which again, I'm grateful for that. Please don't release any photos of that baby. This supplemental discovery, I would love to know what this is. So this reads, comes now the state of Florida by and through the undersigned assistant state attorney, and hereby makes the following information available to the defense and states as follows. Documents containing Excel tower list, and we saw that the other day. We've got this document as well. Previously disclosed and reset again pursuant to the defense's request. This is an Excel document, no bait stamp, that has been sent electronically to the court. And then we had this thing that we were trying to figure out what it was, and it shows all of the areas that he went and where his phone, the Excel tower list, basically where his phone or where something of his bounced off the towers. It gives us the location. He was all over. He was in Lake Bueno, Palm Bay, Orlando, Webster, Dunedin, Melbourne, Winter Garden, Ormond Beach, Daytona, Port Orange, Deland, Bellevue, Kissimmee, Orlando, Silver Springs, Groveland, Claremont, Daytona Beach. Like, he was all over the motherfucking place that day. Let me come back and see what y'all are saying. EMG test. Chrissy said, you know, his mom still bitches about losing that car. She wants it back. She should have it back now, because since they're not going to court about it, I would think. He was all over the place. Like, it's insane everywhere he went. We got Palm Coast, Port Orange again, Orlando, Daytona, City of Orlando, Lady Lake, Mount Dora, Ocala, Lady Lake, Windermere, Leesburg, Orlando. Like, he's all the fuck over the place, just driving every fucking where. I don't know. It could have been that day, or it could have been over a period of time that she was missing. But yeah, that motherfucker went every fucking where. I need to upload that. Then we have the timeline that's redacted, which again shows everywhere they got him on the traffic cameras. The first part is redacted, and I'm thinking that's where they got him on camera putting her body into the vehicle. Then it starts at 7:50 a.m. where he U-turned at the church on Town Loop in Hunter Park. They got him again at 8:10 with the license plate reader camera southbound on John Young Parkway and southbound on Osceola. and it just goes through. I think I uploaded this to Patreon if anybody's interested. The last time they pick him up is at 223 at Highway 192 and Academy Drive, because he goes out to where he places her body and then comes back. Hold on a minute. I can't zoom in on it, but I don't know why that alarm comes on. We went through the 911 calls. We do have photos. Crime scene photos. Let's see what's there. I haven't looked through these, so I don't know what all it's going to show. That's the field where Maddie was at. What is that stuff over there? Oh, it's bales of hay. Okay. We need to watch the body cam from the area too, where they're pulling up and roping off the area. They get there at daylight, like not at daylight, but like when the sun's still out. And then all of these photos are taken at night. Hey, Max, good to see you. I don't know what it's going to show. I haven't been through them. Dagmar, good to see you. Only Mama Bear would want that freaking car. Sickening, knowing Sweet Maddie was tossed in the trunk and a sweet innocent child strapped in the front seat. Absolutely. Areas my grandkid lived. That's scary. I'm so sorry. Yeah, she wasn't even hid properly. She was thrown out there in the fucking prone position. The prone position is on your belly, like laying flat on your belly with her face in the dirt. Like, it was a horrible crime to begin with. And originally I heard that she was placed there in the fetal position, right? And so in the beginning, I genuinely thought maybe it was some type of accident. Maybe he was doing horrible fucking things to her, but maybe some kind of accident happened and he laid her there in the fetal position and, you know, cried about it a little bit or, you know, said his goodbyes or whatever, you know, the sick motherfucker did. But then to find out she's in the prone position, just with her face down in the dirt, really pissed me off more. Kane's Nana, thank you so much for being a member for 5 whole entire months. That is super amazing. She says 5 months. I know, 5 months. That's so cool. And thank you so much for this support, the continued support. Thank you for sharing that milestone with us. You are amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you so very much, sweetheart. I really appreciate you sharing that with us. And I really appreciate your support. I really do. It's good to see you. Now, I don't think that they're going to show anything because normally they would redact that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I haven't looked at these at all. I think the gate was locked when they got there, and it proved that he had to kind of go over the fence, and you could only imagine, unless he threw her over his shoulder like this, which I highly fucking doubt, he had probably carried her like this and threw her over the fence. And then went over the fence and picked her back up and carried her body. Like, it's fucked up. Like, to hear him, to know that he had some kind of sick, what he considered love for her. And then the way he just disposed of her is sickening. But again, I have to wonder, why would he get rid of his favorite plaything? I hope you get your lights fixed, sweetheart. I'm sorry for whatever is going on. Exactly why would you want that car back? And his mom makes it sound nice, like he did that. So, and his mom makes it sound nice, like he did that, so she was found so quick. No, he got a flat tire and had to leave her there. Exactly.
Boom, 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 bam.
It wasn't so she was found quick. I think he was trying to take her further away. but had to get the fuck out of there because he got seen having the flat tire there. I think that he had the flat tire. He was really, really concerned about the cops or somebody else pulling up to try to help him with the flat tire. And he's got her body in the trunk. So he quickly gets rid of her body and then comes back and changes the tire. So if somebody does pull up behind him, it don't look suspicious. Or he hurried up and changed the tire and then got rid of her body. But I think that he got rid of her body first and then changed the tire, because it wouldn't be uncommon for somebody to pull up and try to help you change the tire. And that's the tire shred, but I think that was from a previous incident. I don't think it was from his. Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. What the hell am I thinking? That is the shredded tire. And we did find out in the court documents that not only was the tire flat, it was completely shredded, like he had driven for some time on that flat tire, which makes complete sense. He drove for an extended period of time on that tire to the point that it got shredded because he was looking for a spot to dump her body. Yep, he got spooked. Exactly. Chrissy knows it all. Good to see you. Hey, Laura. Good to see you. He was doing a lot of traveling on the East Coast. He doesn't seem like a beach guy. I know. He talked about the beach in the email some, but yeah, that tire's fucking shredded. Like he drove the fuck out of it. That rim cut the shit out of the tire. That one might have been there from before. I don't know. I don't know. It'd been a couple of days that she had been there. So maybe somebody came by and cut the grass and it threw grass on it. I don't know. Oh, yeah. It looks like it came from the same one. I have no idea how many pictures there are, but they've got to document everything. So they do. He was in jail at this point. I think it's during Jennifer's interview. Somebody told me that it's during that interview that they get the call that her body has been located. I'm going through them kind of quickly. Because we've seen these photos before. I'm just trying to see if there's anything different. Okay, what is this? Oh, I guess that's the end. Yeah, that's the end. So there wasn't anything new or different in this one that I know of. I'm thinking that the state's attorney's office gave me these because I've been emailing with them and they said that they have a lot of stuff that hasn't been released from their office. So I'm wondering if like some of the stuff they sent, they haven't released, but Kissimmee or somebody else might have. I'm wondering if that's what happened, but we've still gotten new things from some of the audios. I don't think we had seen all those pictures, but they're just photos of the area in general, because like I said, they're not going to show us her body. He's probably looking for a lake, divine intervention, and he never got there. A lot of people think that, Hannah.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
A lot of people think that because there's gators down there. Maddie was laying on her stomach, right arm was reaching out, least grass was thrown on her body. Unfortunately, I saw the video the sheriff exposed. The coroner was describing the decomposition. That's so sad. Like he claimed to love her so much, but then threw her out there like that. I'm sick thinking about what he did when he went back to the spot when he left the hotel in the middle of the night. Yeah, you have to wonder. You have to fucking wonder, especially with the ex-girlfriend coming out and talking about she wanted him to lay completely fucking flat, not fucking move. You have to fucking wonder. Gonna change. Okay. His tire gave out way before this, but at that point he could no longer drive, which is why he had to leave her there to take the tire out of the trunk. I do agree with that. That's more than likely exactly what happened, Abraham. You're so smart. If she was in the trunk, he had to get her out of the trunk to get the Jack in the Spirit. Right. Where's my mind at? Y'all are exactly right.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
Where is my mind? Yeah, that video should have never been out there. And I'm sorry you saw that too. Sucks, but it's too late. So many of us care and love Maddie. I agree. I'm sorry that you saw that video too. This shows the gloves in the wooded area by her apartment. Now, that's always been weird to me. Like, I question if he had gloves on and, like, thought about putting her body out there, but then didn't, but wanted to take the gloves off that could possibly have blood or something on them. There you can something on the fingertip. Oh, there wouldn't have been blood. My bad. I don't know. That gloves has been weird. I don't know that it's necessarily correlated to this case unless he took her out there trying to put her out there, but then decided that it was way too close to the house. So he took her out to the other area. I don't know. I don't know. Like, if they find stuff like that, they have to document it, right? But I don't know if it was even related to this case or not. Because they've always been there and that's always been suspicious. There's a leaf on them, so they could have been there for a minute, but I don't know. It's getting old now. God bless him. Dick Van Dyke, stay strong. Yeah, I like the Dick Van Dyke Show. Chris Watts sends pictures of his scrotum to Nicole Kissinger's secret calculator app. That's interesting. Now that you say that, I think I remember hearing something about the calculator apps or something. Do you have a calculator app? In reference to that case, somebody picking with somebody or something, but I didn't know that. I didn't get into Chris Watts like everybody else did. Okay, so that was that file. I think we've reviewed everything. We can go through, I think there's four or five videos that we didn't see, that we have seen online. I put them in a video, but I don't think I've played them on the channel. And then we'll go and get that poem that Mel shared with us. Hold on, let me grab it from my channel. Okay, this is the first body cam. Now, all of these are quiet and it just kind of shows the crime scene. Look at me rolling my eyes. So this one was interesting because there's apartments on this side. Like, I wondered if it was the backside of the apartment complex because that's not where her body was found. There's no apartments in the corner. But they're closing off that area. No, I've been on a different page. Hey, Amy, Pennsylvania. I'm checking now. Excuse me. My son put in a request for FOIA in Tampa area today. Florida usually gets back pretty quickly. Probably not. Yeah, I would think it wouldn't be until Monday, but he should get an email back, I'd say by Wednesday at the latest, and they'll let him know. Florida is usually really quick with that, Canes and Anna. Amy, Pennsylvania said, I think it's amazing, not sure if it's in a good way or bad way, that so many of us care so much for Maddie and we've never met her, but he hated her so much and he knew her. I don't think he hated her. I think he used the fuck out of her. Oh, we were dancing, sorry. I really think that something else was going on. Because it doesn't make sense that he would get rid of his favorite plaything like that. Of course, love. Yeah, I just submitted some in Florida too, not the Tampa Bay area that I know of. Also, when he submits a FOIA, I usually go ahead and submit it to the city police. So you would do Tampa Bay Police Department and the sheriff's office, because sometimes they'll kick it back and say you need to contact the sheriff's office or this didn't happen here. If both of them kick you back, try the district attorney's office if it was an older case. It's a beautiful area. Well, no, because that was the first one, and then you see this one, and it doesn't have all of that. Like, both sides of the road are just fields. It looks like to me anyway. See, this is the area. Like, I think it's both sides are empty and just fields. Maybe that was they started closing it off behind that area. Like, maybe that's at the very beginning of the field and she's like in the middle of the field and that's why I've never seen it. Or at the end or whatever, that might be at the end of the field. And so, you know, because they got to block it off like the whole entire field, because at that point they don't know what's in there. There could be, you know, evidence at the left front corner of the field
I'm just pulling up. We have a deputy here still in the traffic.
and evidence at the right back corner of the field. They don't know until they check it all.
Yeah, 94, just have him move up to Chaplin Road. There's too many people that live between Story and Chaplin to stop traffic
Yep,
there in Chaplin.
I agree with that.
Story.
Banana bottom.
Stop it at Chaplin.
Yeah, Mike's up at the curb.
Do you have any water with you?
I do. Okay, I'll pull the truck.
Can't pull
Oh
on
no, I just
Yep,
lost
just stand
audio.
road.
Abraham said, remember the guy
Okay.
who saw him change the tire mentioned the name of the street, but there's also a street and an avenue with the same name, and there was a mix-up at first. Oh, so that's probably exactly what was going on.
30 minutes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was the all right, I have no audio, so but we're about to end it anyway. I don't know if it was the guy saw, yeah, they would have had that information at that time, so you're probably exactly right, because I think it was the guy with the audio that made them go check that area specifically, so you're probably exactly right. Old County Road Avenue or Old Country Road Parkway, something like that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So maybe that was the other area that they were at. That was wrong. The man who reported seeing him was dismissed at first too. Yep. That's why it's important if you see something to stay on them and continue to call in the tips. I think the discovery of her body was divine intervention. To hear Maddie was left wasn't the original place. Yeah, I don't think the place she left was where he planned on leaving her either. I do think it was divine intervention. And I wonder if that had not happened, if that divine intervention had not happened, if Maddie would have been located. Because if he had made it to a pond area or somewhere with alligators or something to that effect, I don't know if she'd have ever been located. Yes, we're going to listen to the poem in just a minute. These aren't long. I think the only audio, my headphones just died anyway, so I'm going to end it. I can't hear anything. I know y'all can hear me. I think the only audio was him asking for the water, or asking for the water bottle. Why did it go back? Unless I uploaded this video twice.
Yeah, 94, just have him move up to Chaplin Road.
I'll
There's
just let
too
it
many
play.
people
There's
that live
no
between Story and
couple
Chaplin
more.
to stop traffic there in Chaplin. That's Story.
you're right there at the curb?
There's a lot of cattle carvers out there.
Yeah, Mike's
That's
up at the curb.
interesting.
Do you have any water with you?
I do.
I wonder how many, like, if
Okay,
there's
I'll
a
pull
lot
the
of
truck.
lakes in that area.
You just can't pull on
I
either
think there
side.
Yep,
is.
just right, stand the road.
Of course. Thank you for
Okay.
coming by, Dag. Good to see you. That's pretty far from where I live, like 5 hours away, but I've been to Orlando, so I don't know if maybe the GPS took me through there at some point. Interesting. Does feel to me like God. I go back and forth in the belief that's what it feels like. I think there was definitely some divine intervention for him to get a flat that day just out of nowhere when he's got a body in the fucking trunk. Yeah. I think there's definitely some divine intervention going on there. And I think God put her right where he wanted her to be so she'd be found. He was meant to be caught, but he was also meant to be on DR, not a cushy mental. Oh yeah, he was meant to be on death row, not a cushy mental prison. Nope. This video is titled Felony Crime. I'm gonna mute it because that damn dog. I know y'all can hear that dog just huffing. And it's like it's titled Felony Crime, right? And the dog seems to not alert. I think the dog only alerted on Jennifer's car, which is interesting because we know Maddie was in Stephan's car. We've never had verification that Maddie was in Jen's car. Now, I think that when he left in Jen's car at like 3 o'clock in the damn morning, he was driving down there and he did something or put her in the car, debated on moving her and then put her back. I don't know what the fuck happened, especially when you take into account the ex-girlfriend's account of him having her lay down and on her face and just basically pretend to be dead. It's just very concerning. But I've always found it weird that her body was in there for an extended period of time, yet the dog didn't hit on it. Abraham said at night, those areas are pitch black. I'm talking about you can't see anything to your left or to your right unless it's directly in front of you. I bet it is out there in the fields away from the street lights and stuff. Yeah. I wish there was a prosecutor with more balls in that county. A strong one wouldn't give him that deal. Maddie was failed too much in life and in death, said Banana Bottom. I think the prosecutor did a good job. I do wish that he'd have gotten the death penalty, though. And then the victim impact statement that he gave at the end just fucking made me sick. It made me nauseous to know that he was going to sit there and talk about how much of a joy Maddie was and how much love he had for her and how much joy she brought him. And I mean, it's just the abuse she endured at his fucking hands for years. For years. Madeline Soto has been immortalized in My Name is Maddie. She didn't have a voice in life, but I gave her a voice in death. March or May. Not sure which one. Ocala is horse country, really. He talked to me about having horses in Georgia on the family farm. How he would ride bareback. It's fucking insanity. So that was the body cam. We're going to check out this poem that Mel wrote. Okay. So this poem is written from the perspective of Maddie. And Mel wrote this. I think it's a very sweet thing that you did this. I try to be very careful with stuff like this because nobody knows exactly how Maddie felt or what she thought. I think it's very sweet to try to do something like this. I just want to say that this was written by somebody else. So just keep that in mind. And I think it was very sweet of you to do this. So this is titled My Name is Maddie by Mel Stiller. And she says, I was too little to understand why he always held me by the hand and pushed it where I couldn't see, where I didn't want my hand to be. I felt so sick inside my tummy. I wanted to scream and call my mommy, but he told me to make no sound or he'd throw me on the ground. Okay. I don't know if I need to read this out loud because it's dealing with this subject and I don't know, it feels wrong for me. However, what I'm going to do is share your channel and this poem with everybody. I want to stop right there because I can't voice this from Maddie's perspective. I personally, my morals would stand against that because it's talking about such a graphic thing. But I think it's a very, very sweet thing for you to do. I can't read this and I can't continue to read it out loud on the channel from Maddie's perspective when it's talking about the abuse that she endured, because she's the only one to me that can tell the story of her abuse. I don't want to upset you or make you hurt your feelings in any way. And I'm going to share your channel. So if anybody wants to see it, they can. And I'm not upset with you or anything like that. I think that was a very sweet thing for you to do. I just can't, I got to stop right there. Because for me, my morals, I can't share something from her point of view, talking specifically about abuse without her having said it. There's the channel for there's the link for Mel's channel, but I don't see the poem. So you can see it on the screen, okay? And if Mel has another place that you can read it, I will definitely share that. And if you want to email me, I will forward you this email if you would like to read it. My email is allegedlyspeculating@gmail.com. That's called Poetic License. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. I definitely will check it out. I can't read a poem like that from her perspective. My morals are just, I can't, because it's such a graphic thing and she's the only one who can talk about that. But I do respect you and I appreciate you sending that to me. And if anybody would like to have a copy, you can check out Mel's channel. If it doesn't show up there, I will forward that email to you. And thank you so much for trying to share that with us, Mel. That was very, very sweet of you. Okay, I'm glad. I didn't want to upset you or hurt your feelings. It's just kind of morally for me because, you know, I've been through a lot of things too, and I just I have never experienced anything like that, so it's just I don't know. It doesn't feel like I should be the one to read it. But thank you so much for that, Mel. And so we've been going for 2 hours and 42 minutes, and I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to end it for the day. By the way, Mel did say, warning, my poem, My Name is Maddie, deals with child sex abuse and is written from Maddie's point of view. She did say that. She did let me know. And so I just wanted that to be out there too. And I still love you, Mel, very much. Thank you, Hio, for sharing your 14-month milestone. Thank you, Lori, for sharing your 6-month milestone. Thank you, Hannah, for sharing your 10-month milestone. Southern Cats, thank you for sharing your 11 months. Abellis, thank you for sharing your 16 months. Ruth Ann, thank you for sharing your 15 months. Kane's Nana, thank you for sharing your 5 months. And Southern Cats, thank you for the super chat. You guys are so amazing. I really, really appreciate that. I am going to try to come live tomorrow and do a members only live stream where we're spinning wool. I've got my spinning wheel. It's been like 2 years since I've used it, so I've got to remember how to use it again and get ready to do that. But as long as I can remember and can have time tomorrow to set everything up to do that, we sure will do that. If you're interested in spinning wool, it's pretty interesting. So yeah, if you're a member, you can definitely check that out tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'll definitely do it next week, but I'm really going to try to get it tomorrow so that you guys can see that and we can hang out together while I spin some wool. Thank you guys for being here. I have submitted like freaking 30 FOIAs this week, so we should have lots more information coming out soon. And I won't see you tomorrow because tomorrow's Sunday, but we will be back on Monday. So y'all stay safe out there. Have a good weekend. Have a blessed weekend. And I hope that you guys get to relax. I hope it's not too cold. I hope everything works out for you good. I did stream yesterday, Kane's Nana, not at my normal time. Something came up and then I came back and we talked about mainly Jack and Lily Sullivan case. And I've got a video coming out on what we went over yesterday that's trying to load. It might have loaded while I was live. I don't know. Yeah, I love you guys. If nobody's told you, you are enough, you are important, you are special, and you are very loved. And I'm sending you guys love too. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all Monday. Bye.